so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, 'cause nobody made us, and no one can take this 'cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this.
Good morning. It is Patrick and the people. It is Tuesday. You have made it past Monday. That's a very good sign. We got in the studio today our favorite people, Rich. You know Rich Rockwell, the
Guess
Bruce
who's
Buffer
back?
of Arkansas.
Back again.
Finally back.
Finally back.
Right. And, of course, Bundy here from
what's
Bundy
up,
Electric.
everybody? Good morning.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? How you doing, man?
Man, it's been a heck of a couple of weeks, man.
Yeah, you've been
trash.
moving, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got relocated, and we had Arkansas. And
There's been a lot happening, since you've been gone, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
man, been
the
busy.
move went pretty well, pretty smooth.
Yeah, actually, man, got everything in there, got everything set up. I took the weekend off work yesterday. And it's all good, man.
Yeah.
For once, it's not my alarm going off on my
Yeah,
phone.
no, that's great. That's
so.
great.
It's good to be back, except that the soda machine is out of Mountain Dew
Oh,
out there,
that's
man.
a
what
felony,
kind of game
isn't it?
you running around?
I was going to
on
ask.
me, man.
I was like, man, Rich has got the Dr. Pepper this morning.
Right,
What's
you
up?
got those,
Something's wrong.
what is that, 24 flavors right there?
Yeah.
23.
23, my bad. I gave him one too many.
You doing okay from last night, man? I still got a stomach kind
Man,
of
I'm going to tell you what,
bit.
we were on the Dad's After Dark
Oh, yeah,
podcast.
tell
and
me about that.
Great time. I had a great time with them, but they ambushed us. They each prepared dishes for us, if you want to call it that. One was potted meat, one was Spam, and one was Vienna sausage. Each of them prepared it, and let me just share with you that not one thing that I put in my mouth made me happy.
Yeah.
Not a single item.
The bacon-wrapped Vienna sausages weren't horrible. I mean, if I had to survive on something.
If I had to. If I was on Survivor and that came up, I'd eat it. But otherwise, I'm not picking it.
Bacon wrap, Viennese sausages. How was the potted meat?
Oh, the potted meat's horrible. Listen, I said last night, I said, listen, there's no world where runny meat is okay. In any circumstance, runny meat's not good,
On a little crackers.
Yeah, no.
You need to try some of that dip that we tried.
Oh,
man.
my
We'll have
God.
to
It
get
was
him to make
I
us
don't
a
even
special
know what,
batch.
man, he just dumped a bunch of stuff in a bowl and called it dip, and it was, I don't know what he was thinking, man. It was terrible, man.
You like the dip, though?
No.
Oh,
No. It was
Nobody
that
liked the
bad that
dip.
you can,
Nobody liked
Yeah.
the dip.
Oh,
No.
Rodney Lewis just said, y'all want me to send some dip up there for you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
no,
smokestack.
please don't, man. We appreciate it. We're a little full right now. Yeah, no, that was.
So y'all didn't know y'all were walking into that, huh?
No, we got ambushed.
Okay.
It was an
Yeah,
ambush.
no, yeah.
That-
I was told the plan was, which he did do, but Patrick was going to come on and read. They've got these hilarious books, man.
I gotcha.
I don't know if you've ever seen them or not, but they're by
They're
this company
reach
called-
around books. I
Yeah,
think.
reach around books, and they're like a kid's book,
I gotcha.
but it's
It's written in a way. I think I don't remember the name of the book, but it was like Brenda has a big beaver or something.
yeah,
Was the name of the
Brenda
book?
shows up, something like
something
that.
like that.
Okay,
And,
gotcha.
and so I read it,
Double entendre.
children's book style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, it's a great one. Matter of fact, I need to get the guys to clip that out because that's a good one right there. It was a lot of fun.
Sounds like y'all had a good time.
Man,
No,
it
we
was.
did,
They're a
man.
good
Now,
group of
I
guys.
will admit, I told them first thing I said is, guys, look, a lot of people have shown up here and said how creepy it is when they pull up. I said, I don't ever want to hear that again. They're out in the middle of Hensley.
Oh,
My Bluetooth cut off a mile before I got there.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no, here come the banjos,
He sent me a message before. He's like, "Just call me when you're here. I'll bring," because they have their studio set up in their shed behind their house.
Right,
or whatever,
right.
And it's
I got
great.
you.
I mean,
Well,
huge
I
area.
would call it a building because it's bigger than just it's
Yeah,
not like a
I mean,
garden
yeah.
shed. It's a
I
big
got you.
building.
It's huge, but
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, just call me when you get here," and I pull up in the driveway, and I'm like, "I guess I'm sending smoke signals because I don't have
Yeah,
even
there's no
a
signal
half
here.
Of a bar."
Whistle
No.
really loud.
Yeah.
No, man, you get out there that deep of Bauxite or
Mm-hmm.
Hensley and those areas, man, and if you're lucky if you can get a call out, All right, let's get to a little news that you may need. The NFL is touting its security ahead of Super Bowl 59. League officials said yesterday that the safest place this weekend is going to be under the security umbrella around Caesars Superdome. That plan includes help from the Department of Homeland Security, which has dispatched 500 FBI personnel in New Orleans to investigate and prevent threats. So, well, that's probably good, especially given recent circumstances. I think
Yeah,
that's
for
a
sure.
good idea. For the first time ever in their 50-year history, Southwest is offering red-eye or overnight flights starting February 13th. They're launching the plan with 5 routes: Vegas, LA, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Phoenix to Baltimore, Washington, plus Las Vegas to Orlando and Los Angeles to Nashville. Those tickets about $200 to $500. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay. The largest home insurer in California is asking state officials for an emergency rate hike that averages 22%. State Farm claims the LA fires have had a significant impact on their ability to keep operating in California. They said they've received at least 8,700 claims, have paid more than $1 billion. Well, isn't that what your job is?
Right.
Don't you collect money all the time and never pay?
Right.
I thought that was.
So, I mean, I think you keep that money until it's time to pay, right?
I was
Isn't
gonna-
that how the game works?
Isn't that what you had in case
I-
shit
I-
happens?
yeah,
Shit happened.
Yeah, I
Right,
believe this
big
is
time.
what insurance is about.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you got to? They're asking for a rate hikes of 38% for rentals, 15% for tenants. Those rates would take effect in May. Man, yeah,
Listen, I'm sorry your house burned down, but I was really needing to buy that new yacht this
right.
Friday.
No,
you know?
no doubt. I mean, this is why people get mad. This is
Yeah.
exactly why
This
they
is
get
why-
mad.
This is why no
Yeah.
one has remorse for.
No,
for-
and they
yeah.
should, but you see things like this and you go, man, I mean, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 38%. What are you talking about?
Right,
Listen,
come on.
people, if you're in California and you're not trying to leave, what are you doing? You better be rich because otherwise, get out of that dump, man. It's trying to tell you it wants you to go. Let's see what else is going on. No, don't
No?
care about that. Okay, no, don't. All right, here's some good stuff. Students aren't supposed to be on their phone at school, but new research reveals just how much they're using them during school hours. Using tracking technology, a new study finds teens spend an average of 92 minutes of the school day on their smartphone. That's about 27% of their total daily phone use, which is on average 5.6 hours. Quarter of kids use their phone more than 2 hours a day at school. So what are they doing when they should be learning? Well, shockingly, social media takes up most of their time. Yeah, no, Instagram is the site used by most teens. Studies average 25 minutes on it during school hours. Messaging and chat apps. And then they're watching video streaming services too. Yeah, they're catching Netflix. They're at study hall, Listen, if I'd had a phone in study hall, I'd have been watching Netflix too, for God's sake. All right. Everybody knows food is the real MVP of any Super Bowl party, and a new report highlights the favorite game day eats across the country. According to this, and I don't know if you believe it or not, but buffalo chicken dip is the most popular Super Bowl snack nationwide in 29 states. You know what came in second? Baked potatoes.
Really?
Let me
Who's
just
having
ask,
baked potatoes at
have
a
you ever
Super
had a
Bowl
baked
party?
potato at a Super Bowl party?
Never.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe,
I'll
yeah.
say maybe, yeah.
What about buffalo chicken dip?
Buffalo chicken dip? Yes.
You
I'm
have had
looking
that?
forward to some this
Oh,
weekend.
you like it? It's good.
I've
It's
got a friend.
okay.
I want to shout out my friend Joy O'Neill. She makes the best buffalo chicken dip, and she's hosting a Super Bowl party this weekend.
Okay.
And me and my wife were talking about it last night. We're already looking forward to the buffalo chicken, so I can vouch for that one. I'll say I've had a baked potato probably at a Super Bowl party, but I've never
I can't
looked
remember
forward
that.
to one.
No, I
or,
definitely wouldn't.
You know,
Now,
been like, man, these are some really.
I'm not sure if I believe this or not. I know it is something we do here, but it says that for Arkansas, Mississippi, and Oklahoma, fried green tomatoes take the top spot of snacks at the Super Bowl. Look, I've seen them cook many times. I've never seen them at a
No.
Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Never had a Super
I think
Bowl
maybe they're reaching on that one. Poke bowls, whatever those are the top choice in Florida and Hawaii. While Sonoran hot dogs, those are hot dogs wrapped in bacon topped with pinto beans, jalapeno sauce, and mayo.
Sounds like something y'all had
All
last
right,
night.
Yeah, that's
that's
something Dads After Dark would make. Apparently, that's number one in Arizona. Maybe you guys should go there. In Louisiana, it says crawfish etouffee.
Oh, well,
I'm-
shocker.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
really shocking. All right. Well, another eventful 24 hours ended on a more positive note after speaking with both Mexican president and the Canadian prime minister. Trump reached agreements to pause the implementation of tariffs yesterday. Remember, I told you.
Huh.
I said, just wait. This is the art of the deal. If you've read the book, you know what he's doing. After what she described as a good conversation with President Trump, President Sheinbaum announced the tariffs had been paused and that Mexico will now be deploying 10,000 National Guard to the border to combat trafficking and people coming across and all that. Later in the day, Justin Trudeau had his own conversation with Trump, then announced tariffs would be paused. Trudeau said his government would name a fentanyl czar, list Mexican cartels as terrorist groups, and launch what he called a Canada-U.S. joint strike force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. Still one tariff in effect. On Saturday, President Trump directed the 10% tariff on Chinese imports that started at midnight last night. No discussions between the leaders before deadlines, but he does plan to talk to him in the next few days. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Okay. Crews continued to work in the Potomac River next to Reagan National Airport with work starting yesterday on removing the wreckage of the American airline flight 5342 in the Black Hawk. I saw them pulling that out of the water.
That's horrible, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
That's the one that happened in Washington.
Yes. Yeah.
Because there was one the next day in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that was a smaller plane, a private plane, but it was a medical plane carrying a 5-year-old who had just gone through a bunch of surgeries or whatever and come out the other side, and they were taking him back to the place where he could start to heal up, I guess, and that happened. Yeah, it was really terrible.
Did y'all hear all the conspiracy theories surrounding that one now?
Well, what are some?
Well, some of them are saying it was never even a plane. That's just a cover up. That it was an actual missile that hit.
The one in Philadelphia.
Yeah, the one in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it definitely was not a missile.
no.
That hit. No, you can see from the wreckage they pulled out it wasn't a missile.
I will say, I feel like the past few years you hear a lot about more screw ups at airports or near misses. They show footage all the time of one landing and one taking off where they weren't communicating back and forth.
So I don't know. I can only tell you the things I've read. Number one, according to a report that came out yesterday, and I haven't vetted it, so I cannot confirm that it's accurate, but they said that they had 10,000 applications for air traffic control positions that they turned down due to some standards that have been implemented on who they were allowed to hire by percentages and stuff. And so I don't know if that's a fact. The other thing that I have to think about is how old are these damn planes?
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of these planes aren't exactly new.
They've been milking them.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
years.
so as Chad yesterday said, man, you see sometimes, man, they use this stuff, this plane tape. I said, yeah, it looks like duct tape. He goes, I swear to God, if I was sitting there and they started doing that, I'm getting off. I'm like, I get it, man. If it's taped together, it makes you a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
They had another one that just averted a crisis. It was loaded and about to take off, and it was taking off, and it caught fire, and they just immediately landed. So I don't know. Maybe it's the age of them. I'm not sure.
I definitely feel like I think that when you get on a plane, the aisles are narrower. You can tell it's a little older. There's ashtrays in the arm.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck, dude.
I can smoke, right? I can
Yeah.
smoke, yeah. 3 U.S. officials told CBS News yesterday that the United States Agency for International Development will be merged into the State Department and see significant cuts to its workforce. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, the acting administrator, speaking to the press in El Salvador, said they had decided they're somehow a global charity. President Trump said Sunday the agency was run by a bunch of radical lunatics.
Oh, man.
Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency has been given access to the records and said that the agency isn't an apple with a worm, but it's a ball of worms. So it looks like they're going to start dismantling a bunch of agencies, and
Didn't you say earlier we were talking out there?
well, they said they put out a thing that they've already cut $1 trillion out of
Yeah,
the budget
I mean,
in 2 weeks.
$1 trillion.
$1 trillion. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, they had these treasury agents, and their only job is to look at what's being paid and either accept or reject it, right? And they said that these agents had been instructed to never reject a payment regardless, and that it had been at least 4 years, if not 5, since they'd rejected a single payment.
Wow.
And yeah, and so it was like, what?
Yeah.
What is going on? What's the point of having the agent if they're not ever?
Well, what was the
And
deal
why
last
couldn't they
week?
tell us where to go to ask for? I'd stand in that line, not get rejected.
Yeah.
The $50 million of condoms to Gaza?
I don't know about that. I've seen that story, and somebody said it was debunked. I don't know, but it is funny that they look. If we sent $5 in condoms to Gaza, I'd like to know why. I'm not sure. I need to support that.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
I figure they can get their own. I did when I was a teenager, and I barely had any money. You know. Let's see. According to sources who spoke with the news yesterday, President Trump considering dismantling the Department of Education. That plan would end some programs and shift other functions of the department to other parts of the government. He thinks that it should be done away with, returning the power of education to the states and parents. Eliminating the department entirely would take an act of Congress, and the source said changes are not imminent. What else here? 2 men in 2 different states arrested on charges that included impersonating an immigration agent. A South Carolina man was videoed confronting a Latino man, telling him he was going to be sent back to Mexico. Why, man? Why do you? Come on, man. Are you bored? Is it Halloween? What are you doing? Are you playing dress? You idiots. The Food and Drug Administration has put out an update on a recall on ready-to-eat broccoli florets sold at Walmart in 20 states. The recall has been upgraded to the highest classification, meaning it could cause you to die.
I saw that last night in the news. And it said risk of death if consumed.
Risk of death. Don't get
broccoli.
12-ounce bags of market-side broccoli florets. If you got them, throw them away. If you see them, leave. They're bad. James Collin wanted to donate a kidney to his wife Claire, but he wasn't a match. They joined the UK kidney sharing scheme, which pairs incompatible donors with others in similar situations. It led to a complex 3-way transplant swap involving 6 patients across multiple hospitals, but it ensured that she got the kidney she needed. These exchanges require a lot of coordination, but help patients every year to accomplish that. Soon they'll just manufacture you a new kidney in the lab, you know.
Have an AI kidney.
Yeah, it won't be long. Won't be long. While skiing behind his cabin near Collingwood, Ontario, Dave Cameron crashed into a maple tree and broke 16 bones. Could not reach his phone. Temperatures dropped below 0. Hoping for help, he urged his golden retriever, Phoebe, to go home. Instead, she led him uphill step by step toward safety. After a climb, his family found him at the cabin door and rushed him to the hospital, where doctors confirmed his severe injuries, but fortunately no permanent damage.
Wow, man.
Pretty good dog.
Yeah.
Probably keep that one. Let's talk about a little bit of sports here. With Super Bowl being the number 1 sports betting day of the year, no end to the number of dumb things you can throw your money at. Here's a few. Coin toss. You can pick whether it comes up heads or tails. Chiefs win the toss in the game. Eagles win the toss in the game. Scoregami. That's where a score that's never happened before ends up being the final score. Will either team run a flea flicker, and then the jersey number of the first player to score a touchdown?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
Do you ever bet prop bets?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Do
it's
you?
one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
The coin toss is one of my favorite things.
Yeah?
Really?
For sure.
It's a 50-50.
Yeah, it's just so easy.
It's just
and
fun.
Simple. There's no research.
Are you kind of a little bit of a sports gambler?
Yeah,
sports
yeah,
bettor?
Yeah.
Now, may I
I'm
ask?
not any good whatsoever.
I understand. May I ask, what do you use?
Oh man, I use a little bit of everything. Bet Saracen is probably the number
Okay.
one thing. Oaklawn has 2 different ones, one for just the horses and one for
Everything else.
Yeah. Jake Paul's, I think it's better picks. that's a good
Yeah.
one. It's kind of, they structure the bets different where you just bet on individual player stats.
So I always see these things where they try to bait the hook a little bit and go, hey, if you sign up, we'll give you
Yeah,
you
deposit
put 5 in, we'll
$50,
give you
we'll match
100 or something. You know, do you see things like that out there or no?
Yeah, but I never, it's been so long since I joined the
Yeah, okay.
things, which sometimes I'll try to tell my wife, like, hey, join this and I'll send you $50 so we can double time them. You
Yeah.
know?
So tell me the last bet you won and the last bet you lost.
I just hit a parlay this weekend for Lakers, Spurs, and the Razorbacks to beat Kentucky, and that was a good parlay. For some reason, the Lakers weren't favored, and they led by 20 all the way to the third quarter. I didn't bet on it till the third quarter, and
Well, you could bet a parlay into the third quarter. Well,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, that's
you can sometimes all the way up till 5 minutes left.
Wow.
In the game. Yeah,
That's wild.
Which of course your odds are going to change. and
Yeah,
the
they're
payouts
going
a
to
lot
diminish.
lower.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was proud of that one on Saturday.
Okay.
I think I
Parlays
lost one.
pay pretty well
Yeah,
normally.
I think off, and I do way low numbers. I think off a $2 bet, I won $65.
Hey,
on
that's
that.
all right,
Yeah,
and that gives you free play money then.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Exactly.
Now, what's the last one you lost?
Last one I lost, I'd have to look it up. It
Oh,
was,
okay.
Because I'll try to line up stuff where I honestly am hardly even looking at the sport I'm betting on. I'm just looking
Yeah.
at who's favored and by how much.
Yeah.
And, try to make a combination.
Okay.
It's a lot of favorites, but if you line up 15 favorites, it's
Well,
a
it'll
pretty
add
good-
up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
I had a very short run of betting back when it was only bookies, and I made the mistake of doubling down, and it cost me at that time. Well, yeah, it was probably 90. Man, I'm trying to remember what year it was. Maybe 93, 94. I don't remember what year it was, but the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium.
Okay.
It was playoffs, and they were competing against the hapless Indianapolis Colts with this clown named Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't know how much of a clown that guy
right,
is,
no,
but,
I'm
hey,
kidding. I'm kidding. But Jim had been in the league a while, and he was a capable quarterback. He just never could get the big games,
Right,
But
right.
but nonetheless, so Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City's unbeaten. They're undefeated. And so my buddy goes, listen, I said, no, I got to pay him out $200. And he goes, no. He goes, no.
No,
Don't do
that's
that.
the bad
No.
way.
He goes,
Yeah.
you got to go double or nothing. Kansas City's, I mean, they're a lock. Lynn Elliott, I'll never forget his name. He was the field goal kicker. Missed 5 field goals in that game.
Dang.
5. How do you miss 5, man? You're a professional. Yeah, no, that was the end of my illustrious betting career
Yeah.
right there.
And I'll take it back. I lost $20 on Izzy Adesanya on Saturday night. He
Okay.
got knocked out in the second round.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I
Now,
thought he was a lock.
Do
too. I
you
was
watch
excited.
everything you bet on or no?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, some people
I'm
get
betting
real
on-
intense with it.
No, I'm betting on like Chinese softball games that like.
You're betting on 14-year-old girls to win Mario Kart.
Yeah. Right.
Random
Yeah, I
stuff.
got you.
You ever done like video game betting? With like the
No.
esports and stuff? Because you can bet on Call of Duty. And
Oh, I
Rocket
bet.
League,
Yeah, I
and
hadn't thought
dude,
about
it's
that,
crazy.
but that's interesting.
Arkansas is real weird about the prop bet stuff. They're
Yeah.
and
It's
it's
kinda
like
limited.
Yeah, and stuff like that, like video games. They really just want you betting on sports, and they want you doing it through an app that's sponsored by
Tied
the
to the
casinos.
casino. Yeah. Keep the money in
So
state.
you can, and there are legal apps to download and do it, but they make it a real pain in the
I
ass.
bet they
Yeah.
do. Yeah. Okay.
Prize Picks is usually pretty good.
Yeah, and right now with the Super Bowl, like they're all offering more bets than they usually do.
Yeah.
Like, they're offering a ton more. You said, back in the days of bookies.
Yeah.
And that's really my grandpa. He was a pawn shop owner for 20
Yeah.
years and
No
was
way.
a bookie. And so that's how I've just always loved to.
No, I
gamble,
get it,
come
man.
From a
I
family
remember
of-
I called my bookie one time and I said, "Yeah, I want to put something on so and so," and he goes, "Okay, well, these are the spread." And I said, "Well, the paper has it at this," and he goes, "Well, then bet with the paper." Click. I called him back and said, "I'll take the odds, man.
Yeah.
Just let me bet in, man. Just let me get it in before the game tips,
So,
Uh,
if you had to put money on the Super Bowl, who are you going for this
I mean, it's hard to go against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I know the popular narrative is that they're getting help from the refs, but I understand that, but I don't buy that
Yeah.
statistically. But
Right.
I do feel like that they find ways to win, whether it's defense, special teams, Mahomes. I mean,
Right.
no matter what you do, they seem to be able to find a way to win. Having said that, it makes me nervous that no one's ever done a three-peat, and that's what they're going for. So I don't know. Statistically, I would think the Eagles should get it.
Right.
Because, I mean, who wins? No one's ever done three in a row.
Right.
But again, it's hard to bet against Mahomes. The dude's wily.
And
Yeah.
I heard somebody say something yesterday that I thought was good. I like to say that the refs help them just to kind of talk shit.
Well,
but,
sure, it's fine.
But they said, they don't get game-winning calls, but they are the best at capitalizing on a good call.
Yeah, no,
it's not just that they get the good call; they know what to do after. They know how to capitalize on it and keep that momentum.
I saw something, or I didn't see it, but last night, Laura told, hold on, let me just look because I want to see. Laura told me something last night about Andy Reid, and I went, I don't know. Let's see if it was on TikTok, so I was like, yeah, it's probably not true. It was talking about Andy Reid was in trouble for, ref pay or something, and I was like, yeah, I think that's probably not true, but. And I just Googled real quick. There's nothing like that. With every Super Bowl comes a set of storylines that make the game more interesting. Here are a few. New Orleans. No one throws a party like the Big Easy. So theatrics surrounding this year's game will be worth looking out for, and hopefully no power outage this time around. You will notice an influx of ladies in the community as you may not know this. The Super Bowl is the Super Bowl is one of the biggest years for sex workers.
Oh yeah,
they come in. They come in from everywhere for that. Yes, they bring the out of state.
Yeah, dude.
They're bussing them in, man.
Wow.
Yeah, they make a lot of money during the Super Bowl. Roger Goodell, his State of the League address highlighted the upcoming international schedule, potential rule changes, the hiring cycle, possible expansion to 18 games, and how great the officiating is. Eagles Chief rematch. Some people are interested in that. Special attention will be paid to Saquon Barkley. He's had a career season, and the Super Bowl falls on his birthday.
Oh, nice.
Could be nice, could be bad. Could be a bad birthday. I don't know. Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts, time to put up or shut up. A win would give them some validation. A loss would just be the Chiefs doing what they do. So that's a few things. Now, the NBA, let's move to there. Gambling ring under investigation for its role in 2 NBA betting cases. Yesterday, it was announced the very same ring might be involved in unusual betting activity on at least 3 college games. Sources say sports books connected to the ring wagered against North Carolina, A&T, Mississippi Valley State, and Eastern Michigan in games this season. Some of the same accounts that wagered on Jonte Porter in 2 games last season. Also a Temple game last March that was flagged for suspicious betting activity. I don't know what the hell I just read.
Yeah, right.
I'll be honest with you, and I'm sorry about that. All right.
Sticking on NBA, what about
the trade?
God,
Man,
really?
was that not a mind-blowing trade? The whole thing.
I got that notification at like 11 o'clock at night and woke up and was like, am I?
Right, is that right?
Is
Did I
real?
see this?
What the hell?
Well, we were talking about it yesterday. Anthony Davis has had a history of being fragile and being out, but this past year, I mean, he's put up the highest numbers of his entire career. He's averaging ridiculous numbers, like
killing it,
like 28 and 12 or something. It was just ridiculous numbers. And Luka, of course, is amazing offensively, without a doubt. I mean, he leads the league, I think, in scoring. I mean, he's certainly 25, a younger player, but defensively, he's not known for that.
Right.
And I don't know who's going to play defense for LA now.
Right. I mean,
That's
was there.
Yeah, I mean, he was their defense, and who's going to is LeBron the center? I don't know if he is or not.
It'll be
I don't know what they're going to do now. The only plausible explanation I got or read was that LA wasn't thinking about this year anymore.
Yeah.
They're thinking about LeBron is going to leave in the next couple of years, and they need someone to anchor the Lakers.
Right.
And he's a young, dynamic player that people love, and they felt they could build a team around him.
Yeah.
That's possible, I guess. I mean, look.
I like Luka, but man, that's just a big.
It was a wild trade.
That's a big swing.
Yeah. Now the Mavs.
Stephen A. called it the most shocking trade in history, in NBA history.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If it had been LeBron, would have been higher.
Yeah, right.
What do you think? What do you think how this will play out for Dallas?
Yeah, I don't know. Because you got to think too. How old is Anthony Davis?
Man, I don't know.
Is he in his 30s? I mean,
let me look. I'm not sure how old he is.
Because that's what I was thinking too.
I mean, he's been around a few years. I just don't know how many. Hold on. Anthony Davis. Where's this damn wiki? Okay, now I type in. Hold on, people. I got to type in age.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like I love rooting for Luka too. You know, I'm
31.
Yeah, 31. So I mean, he's still got years to play.
He's got a few left. Yeah, for sure.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah. I saw Stephen A. go in on Bronny the other day, and I got it, and it was funny. But I actually 90% of the time I probably agree with Stephen A. Smith. He hits things pretty common sense oriented. But this one I didn't. You know, he said it's a bad look. You know that Bronny's not NBA caliber right now, and but I'm watching Bronny in the G League, and
killing it.
He is, and so I think it's just a matter of time before that translates to the NBA. The speed is different, the way it moves is different, and his comfort level and confidence. But if he gets confident, I think he could be a decent. I don't think he's ever going to put up what LeBron does. I think he's but I think he could be a 20-point.
Standard NBA
you know,
player,
a 10 assist or 7 assist guard.
Yeah,
you know, something like that.
For sure, and I think people just had unrealistic. You know, there's a lot of pressure.
Well,
you're
sure.
LeBron's son,
Now,
you know, you're supposed to come
now
out.
the other one that's coming up.
Yeah.
Boy, he's going to be real. That dude may be another LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, he's really good. What is his name? Bryce, I think. I think that's his name. Yeah, Bryce. He's got the height. He's got all that, and he's a monster. But if you watch Bronny in the G League, he even dunked on people. I mean, he's getting off good 3-pointer. I mean, he's playing very well.
Right.
You know. All right. Seems like last year's Defensive Player of the Year has had enough of the Cleveland Browns, their drama and their lack of success. Myles Garrett said he wants to be traded. He says he's loved calling Cleveland his home, but it's not enough. He wants to win and compete on the biggest stage. The goal was never the Hall of Fame. It's a Super Bowl. As for possible landing spots, most likely the Eagles, Lions, Packers, Commanders. Well, that's half the NFL. But Myles Garrett, you like him as a player?
Yeah, for sure. There was some drama there. I was interested to see whether he was going to stick around or ask to leave.
What are you doing down there?
Well, my phone.
Oh, your phone.
Jumped.
Okay.
My phone jumped out of my seat
Thought
there.
that Vienna sausage was coming back.
I'm trying to hide that.
Somebody said, Mitchell Rudder said, "What's up" on Facebook. He also said he can't hear Bundy.
Oh, well, Bundy can speak up then.
Hey, maybe you need to say it with your chest. You got to project some.
Yeah.
Use your buffer voice, Rich.
That's right. Use your man voice there.
He said you want to know if we all seen the protest in Russellville yet.
A protest in Russellville?
Yeah, I don't know what they're protesting.
What are they protesting in Las Vegas? What are they? The casino? No, wait, didn't they vote that out?
Yeah, I thought they voted that out.
So that's
I just asked them
done.
on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm curious what they are promoting there. Okay, let's see who else is talking to us.
Oh, we got Andy Jones. He said, "Morning, guys."
Oh,
Keith
yeah,
Daniels.
we need to get on down to Andy's Tactical Turkey, and he wants us to come down there and blow some stuff
Man,
up
I'm
with
down.
him. You want to do that?
Yeah, when we go.
What about you, man?
Let's
You want
sign
to do it?
up.
You like doing stuff like that, Bundy? blowing
hell
shit up,
Well, we
shooting
got
some
the,
tannerite and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sure, we could bring the streaming stuff from Arkansas and
Well, we can bring enough to do something,
Right.
even if we just video it and then air it back.
It'd be a great way to wake some people up in the morning.
That'd be fun, man.
Yeah,
6
dude, I'm
o'clock in the
definitely down
morning.
to
Blowing
Kaboom!
stuff up. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm definitely down for that.
Let's see who else is on here. Carrie said milk toast. Yeah, no, that's great.
Oh, did you mix it up?
Yeah.
We're done with dog titty now.
No,
we're on milk
he's
toast?
just on that briefly. I think he'll come back to dog titty. It's too good not to, you know. It's just too good. All
Had to
right.
change it up some.
Let me mention very quickly, if you're looking for a vehicle, do you know where to go? If you don't, let me tell you, go to Fitz Auto. All right. You can go to all these other places. Go ahead. As a matter of fact, go to all of them. Drive around, go talk to several places, look at their vehicles, talk to them about prices, then come to Fitz. And you're going to immediately go, yep, this is where I should have come first. Or you can just go there first and save time. They're late model, low mileage vehicles. They're very nice vehicles. They've always got new inventory, and they've got, you might get a vehicle with 10, 20,000 miles on it, man. I mean, and they finance themselves. They don't need a bank. They're the bank. So they don't have to ask anybody, can we do this? It just happens. And they'll work with you on down payment. They'll work with you on everything there. You can go in person and see it, 8421 Stagecoach Road, and, you might find something like this 2020 Buick Envision with about 50,000 miles on it. Or you might be interested in, let's see, what do they got here? Here's a 2018 Camry with only 43,000 miles. Hell, that car's not even broke in. It's a Camry, man. You know how long a Camry goes? Longer than you'll live, probably.
Ways,
Yeah, they'll go for just about forever. 2019 Accord with 47,000. Come on, man. I mean, those are good vehicles you can be proud of. Go see Fitz Auto or go to fitzauto.com. Take a look at their inventory right there. It's online for you. All right. Got a couple things here that I wanted to talk about. This is kind of interesting.
What you got?
Your ex probably has it coming. For the second year in a row, the Heaven Can Wait Animal Haven will name a feral cat after your ex and then neuter it for a $25 donation. That's right. The Muskegon, Michigan shelter did the same promotion last year. It was a big hit. Since nothing says love like groinal surgery. The Valentine's Day promotion sees the cats captured, snipped, and returned to their wild colonies. Heaven Can Wait says cats will be named in the order they're received, but it could take a while before your ex's name is used, so, it might wind up being late revenge. But that's kind of funny that you could have a cat neutered named after your ex.
Wow.
That's pretty damn funny.
Going back to the, because thank you, Brandon, for hooking me. I forgot my laptop today, man. I gotta get back into the swing of things,
Okay.
But anyways, on YouTube, they were talking about the condoms in Gaza being debunked, and it was actually proven true. They said that it was a little doggy here said apparently they were somehow using them for making bombs.
Oh, okay.
So that's what
Okay, I could see like Molotovs, basically.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay.
still just rather have that $50 million.
No, I don't want to pay anything over there, Speaking again about animals, the Scottish Animal Welfare Commission almost started a war. The commission handed a report to the Scottish government recommending the country ban cats because they have significant impact on wildlife population. The commission was concerned about endangered birds and wildlife being killed by the felines. They wound up getting a different predator group ready to fight. It was cat ladies. Cat ladies came out and they rolled out of their house. They never leave the house. They rolled out.
Right?
Yeah, Scottish or not. They said, no. The government put out a statement saying they would fully consider the recommendations. And then later, a spokesperson said, banning cats is not a recommendation of the report, and with no circumstances are we going to ban cats. That's hilarious that they're worried the cats are... Isn't that what's been happening since the history of time?
Yeah.
I mean, am I wrong? Did animals prey on each other?
Yeah, it's nature.
That's
It's
just the
the
way it works.
circle.
Right.
Look, cats, trust me, your cat is a serial killer.
Yeah.
They're all the serial killers of their
For
areas.
sure.
They kill more
For
animals
sure.
per capita than any other
Yeah.
animal. They just do it because they do.
Right.
They don't
Yeah.
even, sometimes they don't even eat them. They just,
They
it's
just
just
kill
what
'em
they
just
do.
for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just want to hunt them.
The cat here, which identifies as a dog. It does. I
Solo?
swear to God, it thinks it's a dog. It licks you with its sandpaper tongue.
I'm literally covered. in
Yeah,
its
it'll
hair
follow
right
you
now
around, jump
from
up on
petting
you. I mean, it wants nothing more than you to rub it, but it damn sure drug up a rabbit with no head
it. Yeah.
for Carrie. So here's a gift,
Dang.
Carrie.
Yeah.
Here's a gift, buddy. Yeah, nice kitty, nice dog, whatever it is, took out rabbit.
Took out a rabbit.
Yeah, and a rabbit just minding his business, didn't even do anything, you
Right.
know? So now you may have eaten the head. The head wasn't there. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he ate that or didn't eat that.
No,
But,
I think they're just doing it for sport.
well, it's,
Well, I've heard before that like when an animal does that, it's like them,
No, it's a
like,
gift.
It's a gift
It's
from
literally
the
a gift.
animal to you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like
no, you have to give it a gift back
yeah.
of some kind. You have to like kill a human and leave
Right,
them
right.
Kill a
There you
human.
go.
right there by
Yeah.
their bowl for them and go, what?
Uh,
All right, let's talk a little bit more about the Super Bowl because they've got the lineup of Super Bowl commercials so far. I used to like it when you didn't know what was coming, really.
Yeah,
Right,
man.
right.
But I'll ruin it like everybody else.
Okay.
So star-studded commercials you can expect when Sally met Hellman's, as in the mayonnaise. Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal will be in this commercial, spoofing their scene from the '89 romantic comedy When Harry Met Sally while having lunch at Katz's Delicatessen. It also features a cameo from Sydney Sweeney. Hello.
yeah.
Hello.
Watch anything with her.
Hello,
Yeah,
Sydney.
yeah.
Listen,
Look
man,
forward to that one.
Is it bad that I looked up the Squatch commercial and watched it like 4 times, the new one where she's in the hot tub?
Yeah,
I'm just
to
like,
see her.
yeah, I'm like, I like Sydney Sweeney.
Uh,
Yeah, she's a real nice lady.
yeah, everybody talked crap on Madam Web. I thought it was a great movie.
Did you? I like Sydney Sweeney in
Yeah,
it.
she was in there.
I don't know if it was great. She was great.
Yeah.
First delivery, the Bud commercials giving people what they want. Clydesdales, to be exact. Well, it's
Oh,
probably a
imagine that. Yeah.
better idea than some of the other ones you've had
Yeah.
recently. You know, I think everybody can get down to that.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Kid Rock's not going to be in that commercial.
No. Photo bomb featuring Doja Cat. Taco Bell, Doja Cat has been on getting a feature in their new ad. I like Doja Cat.
Yeah, I love Doja.
Yeah, I like her. Her music's okay.
Yeah.
Some of her songs are really good.
Mhm.
Some of them are really weird, but
Who's
I like her.
who's the halftime performance this year?
Oh yeah. If we can say everybody knows who already lost the Super Bowl, and that's Drake.
Yeah, Drake lost the
Drake.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime show
Is that-
after his 5 Grammys.
After his Grammys,
After
on
his
a
5.
diss track.
Oh my god.
I do know that.
Did y'all
that-
watch that the other day? The
I
Grammy
just
Hell
saw
show?
the
no.
clip of.
I
Kendrick
saw the
winning.
one of what is it? Will Smith kid walking around with the
Oh,
house,
with the house on his head.
Yeah, dude. And I was
I
like,
saw-
what
I saw the TikTok clips. Yeah, Laura was like, "Well, you know, it's art. They think it's art," and I'm saying, "Well, I think it's
the?
stupid.
It looks
That's
stupid.
dumb.
You're wearing
It
a,
looked-
a cardboard house or something
Yeah,
on
come
your
on.
head.
Right.
Come on.
Well, it's you're looking out the door. You look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but you know this is listen when
And
you take
Kanye's girl.
when you take people out of the real world, and trust me, you, Jaden and Willow have not lived in the real
No.
world.
Ever.
I mean, they
Ever.
look.
Come to
Will
Little Rock,
Smith
walk
is
around with
yeah,
a house on your head.
and you could,
How's it get broken into?
you're gonna get something. Yeah, you're gonna get a home invasion. What you're gonna get here? Yeah. But these kids, man, listen. Will Smith has been rich since the Fresh Prince.
yeah, since he
You
was
know,
a kid.
and
Oh, yeah.
not the regular kind of rich. I mean,
No.
rich,
Oh, yeah.
rich.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
and these kids have been. Look, we already know there was weirdness in
Yeah.
the Will and Jada relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even know what that's about. Not sure who loves who, who's humping who.
Right.
None of that. And so now you introduce these kids who've probably never gone to a regular school, and never been around regular people, probably around a bunch of rich people kids,
Right.
and so they have these crazy
And it's
things that
apparent
you look
when
at
see
and you
them.
just go,
Yeah.
What the?
what is
Wow.
this?
Yeah.
Why are you
What the
doing
hell?
this? You know, you look like a moron.
I mean, it's a good way to, since he's
But
Smith's
they are-
kid, good way to stop yourself from getting slapped in the face.
I guess
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
a protective.
Right.
Yeah. I'm looking out for Chris Rock. Let's see. The Ultra Hustle, Catherine O'Hara and Willem Dafoe are pickleball hustlers taking on athletes including Randy Moss, Sabrina Ionescu, and Olympic gold medalist Ryan Krauser for a game of Ultra. Oh, here's a good one. Shane Gillis and Post Malone.
Hell yeah.
Something called Driveway. They chill in the driveway with a cold one. Oh, it's a Bud Light ad.
Nice.
That's good though. Man, Shane Gillis is just hard not to like.
Dude, he's hilarious.
He is, man. He just has this everyman style that's really, man. It's just, I mean, it's so good.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
He just seems like the. I just want to have a beer with that.
Yeah,
dude,
he's a
you know what I mean?
bro.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Just like Post Malone. Like you put those, like I'd love to have a beer with that dude.
Right.
Just sit around, chop it up. You know.
And Shane,
Right.
even when you see Gillis sit down with Rogan and all these famous comedians, he still just talks like a normal. He just seems like how you would be if you were.
Yeah, he seems like your neighbor that
Yeah.
just mowed his lawn, and you're talking to him. You know.
Did you ever watch Tires on Netflix?
I did. I didn't love it, but it's not fair to ask me because I don't like sitcoms in general. I just don't like them. No, I just there's a few. When I was younger, I watched Seinfeld. Yeah. But I can't tell you the last time. I think 2.5 Men was the last time I watched a sitcom.
Right.
You know, I just don't. I don't. They're hokey to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They brought Home Improvement back on Netflix.
Did they?
Yeah, dude. Like
I
all the seasons, dude.
I love some Home Improvement.
Oh man, I was watching.
I mean, back
I'm
in
not
the
gonna
day,
lie.
it was fun. Yeah. No, it was super fun.
It was cool
I
to
like
see
Tim
the old
Allen.
shows,
Yeah. So is it it's the old ones they brought in? It's
yeah,
not a
I mean
new
the ones
season.
with Tim Allen. It's all.
Yeah,
the
but it's not a new
seasons, like-
season.
No,
Okay.
not new seasons. Yeah,
Okay.
just the old ones.
Yeah. Now, my kids love Shane Gillis. Everybody I know loves Shane Gillis. I've never met anyone who goes, I don't like that guy.
Yeah.
No, I can't deal with him. You know, he's just funny. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is it? Oh, Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pratt will join each other to see the world through the Ray-Ban times Meta glasses in their ad.
Nice.
So those are some of the Super Bowl things that you're going to see. Now, these folks, and I think this is a really interesting subject if you like sports. In the last few weeks, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson both denied their chance at winning a first Super Bowl. That they got Bro Bible is the name of this website. Got them thinking, who are the 20 best quarterbacks to never win a Super Bowl?
Right off the bat, Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Dan Marino, that's the number
That comes
one.
to mind.
Yeah, that's
undefeated, 72 team. Did not get the dub.
Yep.
They're very
get the win.
disappointing. Yeah. All right, at number 20, they have Randall Cunningham. Don't know if you remember him, but he played for the Minnesota Vikings. He made 4 Pro Bowls, led the Vikings to a 15-1 record, but a missed field goal cost him the Super Bowl. Yeah, Donovan McNabb.
Oh man, he was a good quarterback.
Man, the end of the career not pretty, but the peak was awesome. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the first half of the 2000s. Made half a dozen playoff runs, even reached the Super Bowl. But Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady. Carson Palmer. People forget how good he was before his knee injury that he suffered in 2006. He was on track to become one of the league's most elite passers.
I couldn't remember what happened to him. But
I think he played for Arizona, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
No, who it was? Yeah, he was pretty good. Andrew Luck for the Colts. Andrew Luck, another player whose career was altered by injuries. He played 6 seasons, missed 1 to injury. Led the Colts to the playoffs 4 times, conference championship, but health. He left for health reasons.
Yeah, and even when he did make it to the playoffs, I feel like that was all him doing that. Like he had absolutely 0 receivers.
Yeah, that
the
was
Colts
a pretty
didn't have
tough team.
anybody,
Yeah. Rich Gannon. I think he played for the Raiders for a long time. He had an up and down career as a starter.
This one breaks my heart.
Matt Ryan.
Breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Tom Brady took it from him too.
Yeah.
What did he come back 4 touchdowns down? Or
Yeah.
whatever that game was. I think they
No.
were ahead by 3 touchdowns.
Matt Ryan, God love him. I mean, he could taste it. He had
Oh,
that.
it
He
was
was
right
trying
there.
his ring on
It
the
was
sideline.
Yeah, at halftime. We were
Yeah.
like, oh, game's over.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Tyler just reminded me the other day that I was so frustrated at that Super Bowl that I went to bed.
Oh, yeah.
I went to bed
Then you woke up.
at halftime. Woke up and they had won, and I was like, "What the?" But yeah, he led Super Bowl 28-3, only to see it slip away at the hands of Tom Brady, who I think he scored 30-some unanswered points on
It
him.
was
I mean, he
ridiculous.
just said, "Oh, wait, I'm Tom Brady. I forgot. I spotted you 28, 25, and now I'm going to do it." Tony Romo. Yeah, what a disappointment because statistically, man, what a great quarterback he was. But
People
but
love to hate on him. It was fun to,
postseason, he never really could do it. But a great regular season quarterback.
and I mean, almost famous for
Yes.
postseason can't do
Fail.
anything, you know.
Boomer Esiason, a lot of people know him
Yeah.
from commentary, but in '88 he was the NFL MVP. He took the Bengals to the brink of a Super Bowl. But Joe Montana was Joe Montana. You know what I mean? And he got that. Air McNair, Steve McNair, Warren Moon.
Matt Mitchell just said that too.
Warren Moon.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he was a great quarterback. He made 9 Pro Bowls. He's in the Hall of Fame. He just 9 Pro Bowls, didn't get a Super Bowl though.
So
Phil-
is this and forgive me, I've been out of the loop moving. I know we're
Yeah.
talking sports here. What's
Yeah.
going on with Bryce Mitchell? Well,
Oh,
I keep
Bryce
forgetting his name.
Mitchell.
Scotty.
Yeah, no, Bryce Mitchell
He really shit the
86'd
bed.
himself. Yeah.
Okay.
Shot himself. in the
Yeah,
foot.
no, he squatted down and hunked a dirt snake all over his life.
Idiot.
He's got a podcast. He started a podcast.
First episode.
Yeah, because he wanted to be like us. And he started a podcast and then decided in the first episode he would say how good of a guy Hitler was, the Holocaust isn't real,
Oh,
and went on down to.
I'm sure that worked out well for him.
Well, I think it's worked out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
and I would be concerned whoever his next opponent is. I did see, what'd you say, a Jewish MMA fighter said, "I'd like to fight him."
Oh yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the guy's name, but yeah, he came out the next day and said, "I'd love to fight him, Dana."
Yeah.
Because Dana White came out and said, "Look, I'm all for free speech, but that's some of the most dumbest, ignorant shit I've ever heard."
Yeah,
Right.
no, and Dana White doesn't mince words. He said
No.
he's an idiot. He
Yeah,
said, "I'm
he's-
not going to fire him,
Yeah.
but he's an idiot."
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, Philip Rivers
I think I would
was.
have fired him.
Listen, if you're Dana White, all of a
Yeah.
sudden you got a villain that everybody wants to see get their ass
That's
beat.
money. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
I mean, come on, man, he's the heel.
Like
Right.
WWE.
That's the
Yeah.
right.
He's the heel. Philip Rivers, consistent as any quarterback for like 15 years, from the 2000s to the 2010s, but a bunch of fluke things that happened to the Chargers. He would have won a Super Bowl. He was good enough, but he didn't. This one is still, the jury's still out. It says Joe Burrow.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he's
He'll
only
be around for
he'll be
the next
around.
10 years.
Yeah, I mean, he's got more shots. Dan Fouts. Yeah, he was a good one. Jim Kelly. Man, that's the guy that, look, the Bills, man.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
4 Super Bowls in a row. 4.
Hmm.
Couldn't win one.
Ah.
Not one, man.
Were
And
they
you
close?
know that's the bane of, every day of his
Oh,
life,
yeah.
the rest of his life, all he thought about is, I couldn't get one.
Couldn't get one of them.
One
Up
of
to 4.
4 in a row. I mean, they were that good, man. That good. Sonny Jurgensen, that's before my time. Lamar Jackson, yeah, I'd like to
Still got
see,
some time.
but he's got time. Josh Allen, yeah, but he's got time. Fran Tarkenton, and number 1, Dan Marino.
I know
Yeah.
that had to be.
Dan Marino, probably one of the NFL's he was the most prolific passer when he retired, but one of the few greatest pocket passers of all time. He made 9 Pro Bowls, first team All-Pro 3 times, won the MVP in '84, first ballot Hall of Famer. He lost his only Super Bowl appearance to Joe Montana and the
Oh.
49ers.
Uh,
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Joe Montana was, the Tom
He was-
Brady,
yeah, he was the coup de grace.
the Patrick Mahomes of his time. I think he get 4 of them. Montana,
was it
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got 3 or 4.
And dude, I love the scene in the Adam Sandler movie, Little Nicky, where Dan Marino's down in hell.
Oh yeah,
Begging Satan for a Super Bowl win.
Yeah.
I'll give you my
that is
soul.
funny.
He said, "You did it for Namath." He said, "Joe was coming here anyway."
Joe was coming
That's
here
what he
anyway.
said.
Yeah, Joe Namath was funny because he did some commercial for pantyhose one time, and that's what I remember the most, man.
Uh,
But that dude dressed. I mean, he was a fashion guru, Joe Namath. He'd show up with fur coats to the
Right,
game
right,
and all
right.
kinds of stuff, man. He was something.
flamboyant.
Yeah, he was like that. All right, let's see here. Hold on one second. I want to just see what are people saying, man. What are the people saying?
What are
Bundy.
people saying?
Mitchell said, because we were talking earlier about the whatever they were protesting in Russellville, and he said apparently some were claiming their illegal family have been deported, and here is all they know. Their families are all here. They've been flying Mexican flags all over. Says it's been going on since like last Friday.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
that's what they're saying. Your buddy, the Rob father, is watching.
Oh yeah, no, that's my bro, man. Come on, man. Why do you talk about it? I don't like the way you say his
look,
name.
man, I like you. I just, your choices there for alliances. I'm not sure we're, in the best spot, but
I don't even know why you would say such a thing to me. I mean, I don't even understand it. I really don't.
Did you catch the Rumble over the weekend?
I caught a little
I
bit.
did not
bits and
catch
pieces
it.
of it.
Was it good?
It was. I mean, what I saw of it was good. I still need to rewatch it. I was moving, and it was on in background noise. Like I wanted to watch, but there was just so much unpacking.
So is that a pay-per-view?
Yeah.
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 I gotcha.
Yeah, it was pay-per-view.
I saw one clip of Logan Paul getting thrown out, and that's all.
Oh yeah,
so
he
as
got
long
into
as
it
he
with a
didn't
fan,
win.
and
Yeah.
So
I will say, there's a line with Logan Paul where it's like, the heel wants to get booed, right? You want the heel to get booed, but this guy can't talk. This guy can't get a word out when he comes out and tries to do a promo.
Who, Logan?
Logan, he can't. Yeah. You can't hear a word he says because the crowd is just.
They hate him.
They hate him.
They hate
him.
Yeah.
I mean, which is what.
Let me ask this: Is this fight going to be? Are people interested? Are they going to? Is this a pay-per-view again?
Are you talking about the Logan?
Yeah, the Paul versus Paul.
I heard it wasn't even a fight.
Yeah, see, you had told me that.
Okay.
Yeah. ESPN, so like it all came out.
So it's like, what is it, like a reality promotion?
Yeah, well,
or something?
so it all came out, and then ESPN came out and was like, it may not even be a fight. This is just a reality series.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. And that they're just punking everyone.
Yeah, that sounds pretty par for the course, doesn't it?
No, I mean it was cool. Jay Uso, he won the men's Royal Rumble.
The Flair.
Yeah, Charlotte Flair won the women's Royal Rumble. I don't know why they did that, but hey, whatever. I'm not interested.
I kind of got a feeling from the fans that they were kind of disappointed in the Rumble. I just saw a bunch of stuff on Twitter.
I don't think she needed it. Yeah. Like it's Charlotte Flair. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows her. She's she's been gone. She just came back. And I don't see
little nepotism there.
Yeah, I just don't see if it was a thing of like she came in, okay, I'll come back, but I gotta win another championship or something, or or what it was. But there's I feel there was other people that were more deserving. And it would have helped out.
She probably said, I'm sorry, I'm Ric Flair's daughter,
right?
And I want that, and you're gonna give me that.
You seen that Flair drip, bitch?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Did they bring out any old wrestlers for the Rumble? Did you see any old faces or?
I saw a lot of returns. I didn't see any old faces.
Yeah,
I
didn't know. With the resurgence in Netflix, I didn't know if they'd be bringing back any of the favorites or
the old schools.
So I heard that since and this wasn't at Royal Rumble, but I heard that since Hogan got booed out in California, the next event they do in Texas, they're going to bring him back out to promote his peers, so hopefully it'll go over better.
Right. Well, it probably will go better there. I mean, real quickly, want to mention a new sponsor that we just picked up. I'm super excited about. Yeah. When life gets tough, you need more than a quick fix. You need a solution that's made just for you. At Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, they're a veteran-owned company. They tailor CBD sublingual recipes to your specific needs. Doesn't matter if it's pain relief, doesn't matter if it's stress, anxiety, weight loss. They custom blend. So they don't just sell CBD. It's really personalized. No people are the same, and neither are your needs. So, if you're just going and buying the same CBD that everyone else is, it's not made to fit exactly and tailored to fit exactly what you need. That's what these guys do. They personalize it. They do a little test and determine, what your needs are, and they'll customize a blend for you. And then once you get it, you give them feedback, and they'll continue to customize it until it's just right for what you need. That's awesome. I think it's super cool. And again, it's veteran owned. They're experts at their craft. It's custom made. You can go to Bantex.com. It's BANTX.com. Or you could call them 210-889-8416. So that's a really cool thing. I'm super
that's
excited
super
to
cool.
have them
Absolutely.
Where are they
as a
located?
sponsor. Well, they're located in Texas,
I gotcha.
but they are expanding and growing.
I got you.
But they can ship it. It's CBD,
Yeah.
so that's just fine, you know. And if you're looking for, look, there's a lot of people out there who they can't take advantage of. Maybe you know they don't want to, or they can't because of their job
Right.
use marijuana,
Right.
you know. And so CBD.
THC.
Yeah, CBD, you can use that and still get the effects. And with it being custom, it's going to be amazing. So check them out. It's really a cool thing.
Yeah, no, that's super cool.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. All right, let's get into some. You know, you don't want the kids around for this one. Let's just put it like that. We're going to talk about some things, some business here that is a little bit wild. All right. So you remember the OnlyFans girl that hooked up with 1,000
Yeah.
guys
Yeah,
in like
yeah.
12 hours,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, Lily Phillips, she was going to do 1,000 dudes in 24 hours. She told U.S. Customs and Border Protection recently threw a wrench in her sexcapade. She told TMZ she got detained at the Vegas airport last week after authorities recognized her and told her if she went through with her work, she'd never set foot on U.S. soil again. She said she was in town for the AVN Porn Awards. I'm sure everybody watched those. I'm sorry I missed them. I'm rooting for you, girl.
Yeah. You let that
she-
sweet angel do whatever she wants.
Yeah, that's right. She says she did plan to pull the stunt off, but after getting warned about messing with her tourist visa, she ditched it. But it's not the first time. She says she's gotten grief from the border security about working, so she wasn't shocked. I don't know if any of that's really true or not. I think really
gonna
what
say, that's
happened was she was going to do 1,000 in 24 hours, and the other lady beat her to the punch and did 1,000 in 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she has to reformulate because
Right.
her plan is no longer any good.
Mhm.
You know, it's not even a record. So
Right.
sorry, your 1,024 is not
Yeah.
enough. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to do it.
No.
Can you do 1,006 hours?
Need y'all start stepping up your game here,
We're gonna
son.
get all the way down to like 2,000 in 3
Yeah.
hours or 4,000 in an hour and a half. We're gonna be like splitting atoms.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So I saw this, and this is just great because we were talking about do they do these kind of things, and I'd seen an advertisement, and this advertisement is for Big Nude Boat 2026.
What?
Big Nude Boat 2026.
Nude
Now,
boat.
the bad news is
Just like
5
Nick
days it's
Cruz.
going to depart from the port. Okay, it departs February 9th. So I don't know.
We're gonna have to leave
Well,
it
oh
now.
wait, this is for 2026. Okay,
okay,
so
yeah.
Oh, we
yeah,
got time.
yeah, you got time. You
Yeah,
got
yeah,
time. So it says here's their
I
write
think
up.
we need to be the official podcast.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Every February, our Big Nude Boat sails the warm waters of the Caribbean to visit exotic islands, historic ports, full of local culture, and with any luck, an exclusive stop at the cruise line's private island for our bear cruisers to enjoy au naturel. A
Wow.
wonderful experience to relax on white sand under swaying palm trees, wearing nothing but a smile. In fact, it's so wonderful that with the Big Nude Boat 2026, we've once again arranged to do it twice.
Wow.
So they'll sail around from Miami. They'll celebrate Valentine's Day, Fat Tuesday. They'll have theme nights, workshops, entertainment that's unique, that you've come to expect and enjoy on a nude cruise, by the way. Their itinerary includes islands, diving, snorkeling. I wonder if they do that nude. You leave that thing dangling for the fish to grab on, do you?
Here, sharky.
Yeah, no. It says the Big Nude Boat has become a beloved tradition, a high percentage of repeat cruisers each year. Many passengers return to reconnect with friends made on past cruises. What kind of friend?
Yeah.
Special friend?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think maybe it is. creating a warm and welcoming community atmosphere. Every big nude boat offers wonderful food. Wait a minute, think about this for a second.
Wonderful.
Usually on a cruise, how's food served? A buffet.
A buffet.
Right.
All these naked, hairy bodies.
How tall is that buffet?
Yeah, no, you better put some clothes on at the buffet. I'm not eating there. It's like eating lunch at the strip club buffet.
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
I just imagine it kind of like a nude beach. You know, you go to one and
Hold on one second, man.
it's never the people that
Yeah.
you want to see at the nude beach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's never a bunch of tens out there. You always see, you know, it seems like a bunch
No,
of
it's
people
5'2".
it's Uncle Milt and Aunt Merle.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
Merle.
people that you're not interested in seeing
Yeah, no,
ever
you don't
like
want-
that. It
You
scars
didn't want
you.
to see it in the first
Yeah.
place.
No, absolutely not. Says we'll be sailing aboard the lovely Norwegian Pearl.
Sounds like a move.
Yeah, passenger ship offering abundant entertainment, open deck, diverse dining. Yeah, so look at the lovely photos
The
right
cruise
there.
pearl. Does it
Yeah,
come with a free
first of all,
necklace?
I don't want to see her. I
No.
certainly don't want to see these guys.
Yeah, no.
Him.
Wow.
I don't even believe he likes her. I'll be honest. Yeah, no.
I
this-
feel like it might be fun for a day.
Right.
That second day, you're gonna like, get me out of here. Dude.
No, I can't. Listen,
Get
I
me
don't want to
outta
walk
here.
nude around anybody.
Yeah.
You know, not like that. I mean, come on, man.
Oh,
All right, and one more here, and man, I can only look. I don't know what her relationship was with their parents, but you get this news. It's horrible news, but then the second part of it, you're like, what? An OnlyFans model, an adult film star named Anna Pereira, also known as Anna Polly.
Anna Polly.
Anna Polly died January 23rd while filming a threesome with two men.
Whoa.
Okay. Initial reports indicate the 27-year-old plunged to her death from the balcony of the Mont Blanc Airport
Oh.
Hotel in Rio de
Be
Janeiro
careful doing it on
while
the
in the process of filming the porn with two men for adult content site. The outlet reported her body was found in a courtyard complex at the 4-star hotel. Well, at least it was a 4-star. The two men she was with allegedly provided conflicting reports, but police released them after they were questioned. They've ordered an autopsy, but I'm guessing, maybe things got a little too aggressive
All
there.
right.
But how do you feel if you're the guy that was was really going to town and
Just
so
nailing
hard
it all
that you went
sudden.
over the
Boom.
rail? I mean, here you are 1 second going for the gusto. You're in Rio. You're at a 4-star hotel
Oh
on
my
a balcony, smashing some fine porn star, and then she falls over the.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Just
Or did she
gone.
jump? Did
I-
she say neither one of you two?
You guys
dorks
are trash.
can Get me
I'm
off.
I'm out
I'm
of here.
getting
Yeah,
out of here.
this is just pathetic.
I
I'm
just
done.
imagine the scene, the two guys and the cameraman standing there like, oh shit.
Yeah, what just happened here?
What happened?
Here's the thing: will they show it up to that point?
Right?
Will that ever get released? I mean, I don't
Be the
know.
#1 video on OnlyFans.
Man, I mean, wow, I can't even.
Did anybody finish? Did anybody finish? Is that
I
in the
don't
story?
know. I mean,
There's just two guys and a cameraman left. How did y'all work that out?
let's see.
You've heard of 2 girls, 1 cup.
her
2
boy-
guys, 1 can.
Her boyfriend did issue a statement. Pedro said all the
Pedro.
information about the case is in the hands of the police. They're investigating it. If someone's to blame, they'll pay. The culprit will be found. He acknowledged on social media, said it's so difficult without you as the hours pass. Yeah, he's feeling bad. He's missing her. Man,
Or all of
Could
our
you-
subscribers.
could you, and we talked about this yesterday because my son told me, we were just having a conversation, me, him, and Laura, and he said, listen, off the top of my head, I know 5 girls I graduated with who have OnlyFans.
Mhm.
And we were talking about fast forward 20 years, 30 years from now, you're going to have moms who,
Right.
they don't, it's not a tramp stamp that they got to tell you about. It's that OnlyFans that's still out
Right,
there
right,
somewhere, But could you date someone who was an adult film star?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not normally the jealous type, but damn, that would be hard to swallow.
Pause. Pause.
I'll take it.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, I. What about you, Rich? Could you go with that?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's
Hey,
fun.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I know.
Might learn something new.
No, I'm certain you would learn something new. My problem is that I feel like, well, now that's just a work tool,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
so
right.
What
you're
more
just,
does it?
yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just now I'm a workday visitor.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm
exactly.
just number whatever for the day.
Put me on your calendar.
Now I know what they say. Well, it's different. It's love. Yeah, but he's doing the same thing with or without the love
Yeah,
that I
exactly.
want to do,
Well,
and I'm
exactly.
looking at his equipment package, and it's the oh my god full cable package. You know, this guy's rocking, and plus he's got chiseled abs, and
Right.
it's like,
Well, just imagine a situation like that. Like, oh my God, your girlfriend died. I'm so sorry. What happened? Like, well, she was getting railed.
Yeah. She was getting railed on the rail,
Yeah.
and it went too hard, and she went over, and she died.
Oh man.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Are people going to feel bad for you in that moment?
Wow.
Well,
Jeez.
I mean, I think I'd feel bad.
yeah, I feel
like,
bad for you, but at the same time, I'm like,
wow.
She
What
got
a
railed to death?
Situation. Yeah.
she was railed to death. That's what happened to this lady. Okay, no, that's
I'd
it.
come in here and go,
Yeah, that's pretty wild, isn't it? I mean, I can't even imagine, man.
A conundrum.
Yeah, you just doing your thing, the double Dutch rudder and whatnot, and then the next thing you know, somebody's eating pavement down at the bottom. You know, I mean, it's like, golly, man.
You just got three dudes with a heart on trying to get their story straight.
Yeah, right.
Like, what the-
You're right.
You're all just standing up there like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So
No, I ate my blue chews. Sorry, officer.
Yeah.
Can you just put some pants on? I mean, this is not the nude boat cruise, you know?
Right.
Oh, my God.
Man, no, that'd be a good
That's-
marketing commercial for Blue Chew.
Yeah, probably would be. Yeah, no, boners that kill.
Right.
Okay, this is interesting, and this is what I was telling you guys about earlier. David LeBrick, he's the, and I, listen, just let me make clear, I'm not politics, I'm not good team, bad team, not doing any of that, just sharing this because, as I've told you before, the whole thought of stripping the government of all the ridiculous money we spend
Right.
of our tax dollars
Oh, it's very
is
comforting.
very exciting to
Yes.
me.
Right.
And the thought that somebody's actually doing it is it makes me feel like I've done a blue chew. Okay.
Hell yeah.
David LeBrick, the top-ranking career U.S. Treasury Department official, will leave his post. He's been a top official for years. Elon Musk and Doge are currently examining the Treasury payment systems. He clashed with Musk over access to a sensitive system used to pay over $6 trillion a year in Social Security and Medicare benefits. But the results of this audit may not bode well for him. According to Elon Musk, the payment approval officers were told to always approve payments, even if they suspected the group to be fraudulent or terrorist organization. The Doge team discovered, among other things, that payment approval officers at Treasury were instructed always approve payments. They literally never denied a payment in their entire career, not even once.
Wow.
Not even once. Another rep said, what's the point of even having payment officers if they're directed to literally pay anyone and everyone no matter what? Lebrick reportedly stepped down following the clash with Elon Musk over access. Yeah, no, I would imagine he did step down as soon as they found that out. Like, maybe time to go. I got to resign, you know. But that's the kind of stuff that you want rooted out.
Yeah, it just doesn't even make any sense. Like, well, who ordered them to not turn anything down?
Right.
How do we hold that person accountable?
I think you hold them accountable by thinning out all these bureaucrats that have been there.
Right.
Yeah, you can't have a gazillion billion people remotely working, setting the tone. And
Right.
I mean, this is what happens when nobody's minding the store. And that, this remote thing where, I mean, there's buildings that, there are fighting with the current administration. They want to sell buildings because nobody's in them.
Yeah, nobody's.
And the government's paying big money
Right.
to keep them up, keep the power on, do all those things. So yeah, I think this is great that they're going through and pulling this stuff out. And I think overwhelmingly, I'm a huge fan of smaller, very,
Yeah,
very,
for
very
sure.
smaller government.
For sure. I was reading a thing the other day that was just giving statistics for like upgrades in furniture in all the state buildings. Just about every state
dude,
building
they're gonna.
redoes their inside almost every
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
And if you just look at that, you're like,
Why?
God dang, just to put a new couch in
Why?
the lobby, or
Why do you need to do that?
And they're not buying,
They ain't going to Hanks, bro.
No,
Yeah,
they're not
no,
going to
no,
Hanks.
they're buying-
It's like,
They're not going
we've got
to
a $35,000
freight furniture
couch.
outlet or whatever. No,
No.
Dirt cheap.
no, they're buying the top end stuff, the
You
leather
just look
stuff.
at that, and it's ridiculous.
It is.
It's ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous that if that's what they're doing is buying new furniture
Oh,
every
they're
year.
They're a public
Yeah.
servant, man. They're doing a service. Don't you think they deserve
They need to be servants, but they're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They need an attitude of servitude in them, but they don't have it most of the time.
And like you said, like I've never claimed one side or the other, but I am a huge fan of anybody that's like, I think they're spending too much of y'all's money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean,
we
haven't
need
you,
to cut that shit out.
I mean, when's the last time, honestly, that you felt like your tax dollars were doing something for you? You were happy about it. You're like, yeah,
Or
this is
tax
really
dollars.
working
Well,
out. Like
they
I
always
want.
love to say the roads. The roads are horrible.
They're
Yeah.
terrible.
They're horrible. I don't know.
Yeah,
what roads they're building.
No,
It's
they're
around
not
Little
good.
Rock, I know
No,
that.
it damn sure isn't. No, as a matter of fact, why don't you go over on what is it, 167
Yeah.
towards Jacksonville?
Yeah, get you a flat
You get you
tire
a little
over there.
bump over there.
Yeah, I probably need to apologize to anybody that was on 167 this morning around 5:45.
Oh,
That
yeah.
fog was bad.
And
I'm new to the
were you
area.
slow rolling?
I have no idea where I'm going. Yeah,
No,
I was
I-
all over the road.
No, but I was slow rolling too. I mean, it was foggy when I left the house, and it was kind of foggy where I'm like, I don't care if anybody wants to go around me. I'm gonna go easy on this
Right.
one because it was thick.
I was doing the drive-in like this today, going, okay, it says left here.
Why were you
That's
looking
okay,
at your
left.
phone?
Well, because I was trying to figure out where the hell I was going.
Oh, I got you. You were using that as
yeah,
a proxy.
for GPS.
Right.
And
That
yeah,
makes sense. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
It really does make sense. Okay. Here's another. Oh, wait, hold on. No. Where did it go? Oh yeah, this is
I gotta give a shout out here real quick.
Oh,
man.
please
Lori
do.
Burt tuned in on Facebook. I know you don't know who she is, but in the independent scene, she's known independent wrestling scene. She's known as Granny Holster.
Okay.
Oh,
She's
yeah?
a huge independent fan, man. She'll put you in your place, man. She'll stand up right there in the front row of the crowd of you coming out, and she'll slap you across your face if you're a heel, man.
Oh yeah.
She's a face.
You
You
know,
gotta look out for her.
My great grandmother
Yeah.
was like that.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a little kid that as I've said before, we used to go often to Barton Coliseum. That's where a lot of wrestling would happen. And when I was super young, I don't know the age that I was, but I remember, and my great grandmother, as long as I remember, was old as hell. I mean, any great grandma
Right.
usually
Yeah.
is old. Now, this day and age, it's a little different, but great grandma might be 48 now. But
Yeah, exactly.
but she was old, and she had her life was that of she was a cook on a barge. That's what she did, and I understand a dancer. On a barge.
On a barge, yeah.
But she was really into it, and we almost got kicked out because she attacked one of the heels as he was walking to the ring.
That's awesome.
She just went right at him and started
That's
attacking him. Yeah, and I was sitting there as a kid going, "Oh my God, man!" But boy, it sold it for me. I was like, "This is real. This is the best thing I've ever seen." Yeah, no, it was good times right
Dude,
there.
I know we've spoke on a lot, but I haven't seen you since Arkin Brawl.
Yeah, man.
And, dude, what an event! That was awesome, bro.
Thank you.
I was telling Patrick, me and my wife left pumped. We went home, watched the whole McMahon documentary.
Oh, dude, you
watch
finally
it all
watched
in one sitting.
Oh, that's
after
a
Arkin
good
Brawl.
documentary.
Dude, that is
For
a-
sure. A
did
lot
it-
of stuff,
did it-
and
did
I'm a
it
big
open-
wrestling fan, and there were a couple of things in there that I wasn't familiar with.
I was gonna say, did anything shock you with it?
You'd heard of the Montreal screw job
Mhm.
of that, but I didn't know that Brett had went in there and beat the hell out of him essentially.
Oh
after
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Beat
just-
who? What did I
Vince.
missed that?
So
part.
you remember the Montreal Screwjob where it was Bret Hart versus HBK,
Shawn Michaels,
Shawn
yeah.
And right at the whatever in the middle of Vince came out and told him to ring the bell and give the
Yeah.
belt to Michaels. So after the match was over and they went back, Bret Hart went to the back locker room and
Like he was really mad.
boom.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh
real.
yeah, it was real. It was.
Oh, wow.
Montreal Screwjob is one of those times where they say wrestling was real. You know,
Yeah.
it was convoluted in the relationships backstage,
Yeah.
and that bled out to.
Yeah, I suspect, and I could be wrong, that Vince McMahon probably isn't all good.
Ah, dude, he's
But
I'll tell you what, he is good. He's a good businessman.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
well, for me, yes, he was a great businessman, but he was, I mean, one of the greatest heels of all time.
yeah.
I mean,
For
look,
sure.
Vince
Oh.
McMahon, I mean, the Attitude Era was defined with him as the king of the
yeah.
heels.
Well, and that's something else I didn't know, that the Montreal Screwjob is what led to that. That
Yeah.
led to his character, because everybody got to see that happen on live TV, and they knew
Oh, really?
that in
Oh, yeah.
real life that he screwed Bret Hart. And so
Yeah.
he said, how can I play off this? And that's when he developed the Mr. McMahon character,
Yeah.
the evil billionaire boss, and I wasn't, I just,
No, you're
when I was
absolutely
a
right, man.
kid, he was just always that guy. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
the Montreal Screwjob specifically.
That was
led
the
to
one that
And
kinda
I didn't know
kickstarted
that
it,
kind of
and-
kickstarted it
Mhm.
either. I guess I missed that part of it, but
I mean, I think Stone Cold definitely
Yeah.
helped
Yeah.
make
Well,
the
sure.
Mr. McMahon character what
Yeah.
it was.
look, I, a lot of people love The Rock, and probably, it's certainly debatable if he's the greatest of all time, but to me, Stone Cold
Stone
is
Cold.
the
Oh, yeah.
greatest. you
As a
know.
kid in the South, Stone Cold was the man.
Well,
I mean,
Gonna get a hell yeah.
Right.
let's
Uh,
go.
And the beard
He was
yeah.
like all of our dads.
No, he really was. He seemed familiar to us,
Yes,
didn't he?
yes.
Yeah, The
Wore
Rock
jean
did not
shorts.
seem familiar to
No,
me.
no,
Nobody was raising eyebrows talking about what they were cooking.
Right.
But smashing a beer and telling you I'm about to
Hell
whoop
yeah.
your ass.
All right.
You're the
Open a
bird.
candy, whoop ass on your
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded like all of our dads in the South.
Yeah.
Especially in that era.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, no, I know that guy. Yeah.
I say all that just to say, man, Arkansas was a blast, or
Well, man, I'm
Arkansas
glad you
was a
enjoyed that.
blast. Yeah, it was cool to see you in your element too.
Thank you.
You were everybody just did an awesome job.
They did.
Performers, announcers, podcasters, everybody. It was just a blast.
Yeah, I know we're probably beating a dead horse to people at this point
Yeah.
because we keep doing
We had
it.
fun,
but,
damn it.
but you just
Well, and y'all haven't seen me since.
Well,
then. I've
we
been busy
haven't,
tied
but-
up with everything.
Exactly.
So.
but to his point, I mean, man, everybody I've talked to just
Yeah.
had so much fun.
The only complaint that I heard was that there wasn't enough seating. That's it.
Yeah, well,
which I mean, we knew.
We
but
knew that. We
Yeah.
knew that going in.
That's
And
a
they
great
would-
problem.
that-
If my only problem is that I didn't have enough seats for everybody, I will gladly take
Right.
that problem.
No, I mean that's exactly the kind of problem you want. But most people just took it in stride and sat
Yeah.
down on the
Y'all
floor
hang
there.
on,
That's
Yeah.
oh, is your agent's calling?
Uh,
Yeah, no, I get it. He's there wanting him to star in
Yeah.
an action movie with John Cena, and so
Yeah.
it's his agent reaching out. He's got to
Uh,
take the call for
Right.
sure.
But yeah, for future events, we've got some seating worked out, and
Yeah.
so we won't have that problem again.
No, that we have resolved that, and I know they've got the big match coming up March 1st
Yeah,
here
yeah.
For Vapors Championship.
Gonna be super fun. I'm pumped.
Yeah,
to come back
no,
to
it's
it,
it's
dude.
it's
I'm-
gonna be
I'm
good
all
times,
about it.
man. Very good times. I'm super stoked about it. Are you and I probably asked this before, so forgive me, but
No,
are,
no, you're
are
good.
you a Star Wars fan?
Yeah, I love
Okay,
Star Wars.
okay.
I will say I didn't watch any of them until I was about 25.
That's all right. That's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So, have you ever gone to Disney to the Star Wars stuff and done
No,
any of
I
that?
haven't. I
Okay.
haven't. It looks like a blast, but
Man, listen to this. The building that formerly housed the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser at Disney World in Florida will now be repurposed into office space. Reports began swirling at the end of January that the building for the shuttered hotel would get a new life as an office space. Disney confirmed this, that they were imagineering a new space there. But Walt Disney Imagineering is the first creative engine that designs and builds all Disney theme park resorts and all these different things. But the Star Wars Galactic Cruiser was a 2-night experience that was kind of like a traditional cruise. Guests on the Star Cruiser were immersed in a story that played out during their stay.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, it was only a 100-room hotel. It opened March of 2022. In May of 2023, they announced it would take its final voyage at the end of September.
You would think
Now,
something like that would do great.
You would think so. It does sound dope, doesn't it? That's I was reading it going, man, this sounds cool. Said the Galactic Star Cruiser was praised for its storytelling and experience, but faced criticism over its price structure. Rates for the 2-person cabin on Star Cruiser started at nearly $5,000.
Oh, Jesus. Well, yeah,
A
that's why it didn't work out.
4-person cabin was $6,000.
Jeez.
In addition to the 2 nights in the hotel room, it did include entertainment meals and an excursion to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Right.
After the announced closure, Star Wars fans were hopeful that the building would remain as an attraction, but not so much. But yeah, I mean, $5,000-$6,000. I mean, come
It's
on,
ridiculous.
man.
Like,
who can afford that?
Come on. It's almost, those billion-dollar companies like Disney who have a park. It's like, yeah, these are just for rich people.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a good time here if you're poor because you're going to stand in line all day. You're not going to be able to afford any of the stuff that's actually fun to do.
I can't imagine what it must cost to own, operate Disney World. It's numbers beyond my comprehension, but at the same time,
they rake in.
Man, I mean, I think it's like 130, 140 per person.
Right.
For a day. That's like a one day.
Yeah.
So you're not going to walk in with a family of 4 for under $5 to get in the park.
Right.
That doesn't count food. That doesn't count hotel. That doesn't count transportation.
Yeah.
Doesn't count all the stuff you're going to need to buy.
Right.
And
the Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah. And trust me, once you enter Disney World, there's nothing cheap.
No. I mean, it's all consumerism based.
Yeah.
Bright colors and whistles and.
I remember when we went to Disney World many, many years ago when my oldest was maybe 6, and I mean, it was expensive, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't cost prohibitive. It wasn't something where you're like, man, I mean, I don't even know if we can do it.
Right.
What's up, man? Did you got the part?
You got the part in the movie?
So
we figured that was your agent about the John Cena film.
That was one of the schools in the district that my kiddo goes to.
Oh, okay.
The sitter dropped him off at the wrong school.
Oh.
So they were like, your sitter just came and dropped off your kiddo, but he's at the wrong school. Can you tell her to come back and take him to the right school?
How did that work? Did you reach her and everything?
Yeah, we're all good. She's cool.
Yeah,
it's all taken
no, that's
care of.
fantastic.
But when I saw it pop up, I was like, what's going on?
So
second
he didn't know. Well, it's second day. I guess I give him a break that he didn't know it wasn't his school.
Yeah.
What grade is he in?
First.
Oh no, I get that.
I'm in a building.
Yeah,
Books,
if he was in 7th, that'd be like, but you wouldn't need a sitter for a 7th grader.
We're just talking about how expensive like Disney World is. You ever been to Disney World?
No, I wanted to, and then I've looked at the price and gone.
Yeah, well, we were talking about they closed an attraction that opened in 2022. It was called the Galactic Star Cruiser, and it was a hotel that was immersive. So when you're in it, you're in a Star Wars storyline that plays out while you're in the hotel, and so it's a really right. And so they're talking about closing it down, and we're both like, man, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Right.
Then you get to the part where it says, but the pricing structure was an issue. It was $5,000 for a room.
Well, jeez.
For
a room.
For a weekend.
Yeah.
For a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just 3 days, 5
couple days.
No.
$5,000.
No.
That's a lot of
That
damn
is a
money.
lot.
I am blessed enough. I have been to Disney World when I was a kid, but I'll tell you, we had to sit through a
timeshare.
Yes. Yeah. My dad or my stepdad said, "Yeah, we're going to Disney World, but we got to stop by here first."
Yeah. No, we did that for. I did that for my very first cruise I ever did, which was barely a cruise ship. It was a boat. It was a boat.
A tugboat.
But it was for the Bahamas, and I think we got a resort stay for 4 days and 3 nights for $99.
Yeah.
But you had to do a 90-minute timeshare presentation, and all I know is at the end of that presentation, I told him, I said, no, I'm not interested, thank you. They brought 3 different closers out.
Oh God.
And I finally said, listen, if you don't take me back to my hotel, I'm going to kick somebody's ass somewhere. Get me out of here. I'm not buying anything you have, no matter how many people you bring out. I did it just for the deal.
Yeah.
Right.
They did not like hearing that, but that was the truth, man.
It was the same kind of deal.
Well,
My stepdad told him off the bat, said, we're not interested in the timeshare. We came here for the family pack to Disney. And he said, well, you have to
No, you're going to
entertain
listen.
me and walk through this with me.
And I did. I entertained him for over 90 minutes, and I was like, 90 minutes ended.
Get me
I'm
out.
done.
I'm going to Disney World.
If you're a fan of Star Wars and like the whole Star Wars thing, we can save you a whole lot of money. May 3rd, after March, is going to be the next Vapors event here. And we're doing, because it's May 3rd, so you got May 4th the next day.
Oh, May the 4th.
So we're going to do a little Star Wars themed
Oh,
wrestling event.
that'll
We're
be
gonna
cool.
call it,
Nice.
That's
Tatooine Takeover.
Oh,
That's
bro.
pretty clever, really. I like that. I love that tie-in. That's smart.
all about
Good
that.
marketing on
But
that.
props to my buddy Keith, who does all of our booking.
Yeah,
and
no,
creative,
that's
man.
great.
Yeah.
It's good creative
Keith
work on that.
Daniels?
Yeah, Keith Daniels. Yeah, he was
KD.
talking about it on Facebook. So.
OKD.
Yeah, I'd seen it. I was looking at the dates, and I was like, man, May 4th is the next day. Do we do the Star Wars
hell
thing?
yeah.
And he was like, yeah. And so I was we were trying to come up with names of what to call it, and
Yeah.
we came across that, and we're like,
Tatooine
dude, let's do it. Yes,
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
Man,
So.
that's great.
We were talking about Disney World, though, and of course it being expensive. You all heard about that? So they're building a new theme park over in, I think it's Oklahoma. It's gonna be
Yeah,
like America's Heartland.
yeah.
But that's actually by former Disney employees.
Well, I think it's what I read about that, and you may have read something differently. I don't know, but my understanding was they wanted to put a real theme park in Middle America that was affordable,
right.
for
That was-
families,
yeah.
and that their focus was going to be on keeping the cost affordable for the average person to be able to go to.
Right.
So I'm super excited about
Yeah,
that. I
for
mean,
sure.
I
know.
like.
I want to check it out.
I like going to amusement park. I like roller coasters. I
Mhm.
like the different rides like that.
Right.
Roller coasters are a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And so
Well,
I always wanted to go up to Ohio, where that's Cedar
Point. Yeah, dude, been there many times.
Have you?
Oh yeah, I mean that was
I heard
Michigan. That was a 3-hour
Oh,
drive to
right,
Cedar
right.
Point. And,
What were you doing in Ohio?
I mean, going to Cedar
What
Point.
were you doing in Ohio, Michigan?
Hey.
You got lucky.
Yeah.
You made it back.
We
Good
don't
for you.
have good theme parks up there.
Yeah.
One good thing that Ohio has.
Yeah, no, they do have that.
Dude, everybody here, we had to go to Branson, Missouri.
Oh.
That was the vacation
Yeah.
destination for.
Man,
for
I've done that. Yeah, we
They
went
had some,
to
world record coasters up there though.
yeah.
Cedar Point.
What was it?
Millennium Force.
What was it called? The Celebration City was up there for a while. I think it's gone.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it is or not, but yeah, they have. What is it? Dolly.
Oh yeah.
Dolly World, Dollyland.
Dolly
Well, it used to
Dollyland.
be Dixie Stampede, and they changed it from. I think it's just Dolly Parton Stampede.
Okay.
now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they've got if you can enjoy Branson, they've got a couple good theme parks. Branson's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I've never been.
Um,
I've wanted to. I've heard great things.
imagine the Vegas Strip, but a little
Kid
more
friendly.
redneck style.
Yeah.
Pokier, yeah.
Yeah, a little more redneck style.
Oh,
You know,
A lot
it's-
of
they always tell you it's not just country music anymore, and that may be true, but it's still pretty. It's like Cracker Barrel's gift shop
No.
on a giant scale.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. It is Cracker Barrel if it was a town.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
if Cracker
exactly
Barrel
that.
was a town, it'd be
That's so
Branson.
perfect. That's the
Yeah.
best description I've ever heard of it.
Yeah,
Like, that
you
is-
just walk in the
So
gift
I'm not
shop.
missing much.
I don't know if you love that stuff. You
I
know,
tell
if you wanna slide down out of a giant guitar that comes outside of the hotel and back in, you can do that.
I will
Oh.
tell you, having a kid, it is an affordable place.
It is that.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, I've been to Branson 100 times because that's where when you're poor in the South, they say you either vacation in Branson or Florida.
Okay.
And that's the two places you go. In
Yeah.
Branson, it's great for kids. Like your kid would probably love a bunch of stuff there. They have like a wax museum, a Ripley's. Believe
Oh, well,
It or
we ain't
Not.
going to that. I'm scared to death of wax
Yeah.
museums.
They
No,
got
you're not.
No, I am, dude. That's
Really?
like my big, like the wax statues.
You
Yeah.
don't like them?
What?
Oh, dude, no.
Think
It
you're gonna
freaks
come
me out.
alive?
Like, huh?
You think they're gonna come alive?
Yeah.
And get you?
What?
Have you ever
What?
seen that movie? What was it? House of Wax?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
that. That ruined wax. Like, I was like,
You
no,
know,
I'm done. Like, to the point, like, my parents had come down. This was years ago. They had come down to visit in Hot Springs, and they have the wax museum up there.
Yeah.
And so my dad, he's like, oh, well, you know, I kind of want to check it out. They got some cool statues. And I was like, all right, well, I'll walk inside the lobby at least, right?
Yeah.
And at the time, I wasn't single. I had a girlfriend and everything. Well, she thought it was a great idea. I had my back turned to one of the statues, and I didn't notice that she had, like, kind of snuck behind me. And so I was talking to my mom, and all of a sudden, talking to her about something. All of a sudden, my girlfriend from the back goes, "Rah!" and grabs my side. I ran out the building into traffic on the middle of Central Avenue. Like, I was done.
How old were you?
Huh?
How
This
old
was
were you?
like 2-3 years ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like 30. I'm 38 now, 35. Yeah.
Do you have any?
Oh,
friends
dude,
like
I
that?
screamed. I was, Get ready to hit the button, man. I was the biggest bitch there was, and I ain't gonna lie.
That's great. Do I have any fears like that?
Snakes, too.
The only fear that I can think of like that I have is, and I kind of talked about it the other day when I watched The Descent 2, which was a mistake. Is the people, when you get in those real tiny caves and you're trying to squeeze through.
It's like claustrophobic.
If I got stuck, and
No,
I
that
would
does
kill
look-
myself
Yeah.
very
100%.
quickly trying to
100%.
escape. I'd
I
lose
always
my
tell my
mind.
wife I would have a pistol on me.
Because I'm not going to die
No, those
like
videos.
that.
I
Yeah,
can't
no,
even watch those videos.
Well, that's what I said. That's why, I was watching Descent 2, and I've literally never watched a horror movie where I went, oh, I'm going to turn away.
Right.
But they were in some confined spaces, and I was like, oh, I feel
No.
claustrophobic,
But see, that's a legitimate. I mean, like, do you have
Being
anything kind
scared of wax statues is not a legitimate fear?
I got a friend that's afraid of clowns. Dude, well, you said
Yeah.
snakes too. Snakes, that's legitimate. Snakes
Yeah,
bite
no,
and kill you. Like,
it could. Yeah,
do
I mean,
you
it's
have
legit.
anything
Yeah.
That's kind of.
Man, the closest thing I could get when I was 5 years old, I was afraid of the garbage truck.
Yeah.
I thought it was a monster.
Yeah.
And I would run from every time I saw the garbage truck, I'd start running. I'd haul ass into the house, But other than that, no, in general terms, I don't just have a lot of that,
Right.
what I might call irrational fears. But, I used to feel that way about spiders, but now I've kind of made friends with them, so I'm pretty good. Snakes have never bothered me at all.
Right.
Sharks, but that,
Yeah.
I mean, but,
Legit, yeah.
that's kind of legit.
Something that can
Sharks
eat
kill
you
you.
alive.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think most of mine are pretty par. They're pretty
Yeah.
normal, If
I like that one though. The wax. The wax.
That-
cigarette.
no, it's
Man,
great.
Yeah, no, I can't. No.
Now we know.
Scared.
Now
the
we know
slowest
we need to bring
moving
in-
kill in the world. A
Yeah.
wax. I could never outrun them.
Yeah.
But
No,
you
Rich,
did.
Rich just stays in like a 85-degree room all the time. So you don't have to worry
Turn
about
the
it.
heat up.
Yeah.
Turn the heat up, bitch. Hey, I want to mention
No,
this.
it's true there. You got to keep it. The heat will
Yeah.
make them melt, man.
That's
Turn the
right.
air up.
Listen, this is Kristen Riggin Law. And she said, I started my interest in domestic law at William Bowen School of Law Litigation Clinic. I work with other law students and clinic attorney Beth Levi and the Arkansas Center for Legal Services for Domestic Matters. This rooted my desire to help the less fortunate and provide an affordable avenue to the law. And I think that speaks a lot to what Riggin Law is about, because they don't have the high prices. They don't, you're not talking to 32 assistants. You're sitting down with Kristen, having a one-on-one, talking about whether it's very personable. You don't feel condescended. You don't feel like I don't understand what's going on.
Right.
And I think 90% of the time legal things come up. Most of the fears that we deal with is because we don't know what's happening.
Right.
We don't know the law. We don't understand what could happen.
Right.
And I feel like she's so good with taking that fear away and going, hey, here's the process. Here's what's going to happen. Here's how we do this. And it doesn't matter whether it's, custody, whether it's, elder law, a lot of people have older relatives they're trying to figure out. Probate court, maybe you had, a relative die, leave a house, and you've got siblings that want to argue over it. Don't do that.
Right.
Reach out to Riggin Law. It's RIGGAN, RigginLaw.com. Or you can give Kristen a call at 501-249-1289. They're over on North Shore Drive in Benton. They're good people. Check them out. Trust me, when it comes to legal stuff, she is an awesome one to reach out to, and she will not let you down. Matter of fact, I would be willing to bet that the overwhelming majority of people who come through Kristen's office as a client end up considering her a friend because she's just so personable. Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's like that.
Well, and like you had mentioned earlier, the biggest fear is you don't know really what's going on and
That's
what's
right.
happening. You being somebody that's, been through divorces and things like that, one thing that I learned is, you want to know that you can trust your lawyer.
Right.
Because so much stuff happens before you yourself even
No,
walk through the door to see the judge.
There's a lot of stuff that happens outside of you being there.
That's what I'm
exactly
saying.
right.
They pretty much already know the way everything's going to go before you even see that judge.
A lot of times they do.
Yeah.
And so it is good to know that you got someone in your corner. And I will say this as a guy. I probably shouldn't say this as a guy, but I think for me, when I had a child custody situation, a female attorney was very important for me.
Right.
Because I'm not female, and I feel like sometimes in a court setting, if you see whether it should be this way or not, you see the big bad guy attorney going after the mom, and it feels away,
right.
But when it's a female attorney, they know the real deal, don't they?
Right.
They know what's going on. They know how females think. I don't. I never have.
Yeah.
I keep trying. I don't know. Probably never will, to be honest. I speak about half the language, but a lot of it I don't understand still.
Not fluent. Yeah.
No, I'm not sure I ever will be, to be honest with you. All right, let's see what else we got here that we can talk about. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. It's Facebook's birthday, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's celebrated.
Somebody impersonating him?
Annually on February 4th. The day it originated in 2004.
Wow.
2004 is when Facebook launched.
And when MySpace died.
Yes, the death of what was his name?
Tom.
Yep.
Poor Tom.
Tom and your top eights and your
all that great stuff. Facebook is to date the most popular social media network with 3 billion users registered. It's the main reason most people know about your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a few things. First of all, do you remember the first friend request you accepted on Facebook?
I do not.
No?
I do not. Probably a girl in the neighborhood made mine for me. An older girl, so I probably had one in 2006.
Oh, the older girl.
Yeah. Older girl
Yeah, you went down there. Can you help me with this? How old were you then?
Probably 13.
Oh, yeah. No, you definitely were interested. Yeah. Facebook is actually the third most popular site in the world behind only Google and YouTube.
Wow.
Okay.
I believe it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Facebook's IPO was higher than Google's. Google raised $1.9 billion when it went public. Facebook raised $16 billion.
Wow.
Yeah. 71% of Americans use Facebook.
Yeah.
That's a big number, man.
That's why they say it's the unnecessary or the necessary evil. So many people don't want to use it, but you
what
have
else
to.
Can
I
you?
mean,
what else are you going to do?
Right.
Yeah, only 23% use X. People have uploaded, people upload, get this, 350 million photos to Facebook daily.
Wow.
Daily. 350. Think about that amount of space. That's 250 billion photos. Yeah. I don't think my computer will hold that. Although I will admit my iPhone holds way more pictures than I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of these people who I'm always looking at, how much space is there. And so I'm always trying to clear it off. And So I try to keep my photos down to a real manageable number. And over the past several years, Tyler he must keep a high percentage of photos that he's
Yeah.
ever taken. And he'll pull out photos from when he was 9, 10, 12,
Yeah.
15. He's got all of them. I'm like, are you pulling these from social? He goes, no, they're all on my phone. He's got like 8,000 photos, literally. And his phone's still, I'm like, how can you have that many?
Well, photos really don't take up that much.
I'm
I
looking
guess
right
not.
now between photos and videos of 26,400.
26,000?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Photos and videos.
I mean,
26,000?
26,471.
No way.
Yeah.
Hold
wish
on
I
a
could-
second.
I wish
Let
I
me
could
look
see.
here.
I was gonna say my oldest photo that I can see is from February of 2019.
I feel neglectful because I have 1,333. I feel like I should be down to at least 400, and you've got 26,000?
And these go all the way back to like 2015.
Jesus? Like,
2015,
yeah.
Jesus.
BC.
Yeah, here he is coming out of the tomb. He's
Now,
rolling
I will say I'm real bad about seeing stuff and screenshotting it.
How do you
Seeing
know that
something
there's
on-
not? How long have you been with your wife?
Since
long time.
2014, yeah.
Okay, longer than that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how do you know you don't have
No, none of those.
26,000 photos? Like, is there another girl on there anywhere?
No, none of those.
That's good.
None
That's
of
good.
those.
I was like, 26,000, man.
I
I
guess
can't
I
even
can't.
I will
imagine.
say probably.
The scroll has to be long
I
on
would
that.
say probably half of them are Montana footage.
Yeah.
While I'm up there, they did a daily podcast, and we're doing wildlife photography and videos every day.
And that has to
I'm not
be
even
some
in
of the
the
most
ballpark.
amazing footage in the
Oh
world.
yeah, it's.
Do you
the
just
funnest
post
thing in
those
the world.
online, or do you
Yeah.
share them anywhere?
Yeah, Silvergate, Montana is the town up there, and Silvergate Lodging is the company I work for. So Silvergate Lodging, I run their TikTok and some of their YouTube. So check those
Okay.
guys out. Yeah,
Okay.
nice.
So that makes sense then that
Mhm.
you're. Well, you
Yeah.
do a lot of stuff up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
Yeah. When he
We have
says
lot.
it's a small group, I mean you're the electrician. You're really the
He's everything. He's the whole
really
town.
honestly he's really the handyman.
Yeah,
Right.
100%,
He does a lot more than
100%.
electrical
I do.
and apparently social media.
Yeah. Social media was.
Do you work a shift at the general store?
I do.
God damn it! I knew it.
I best believe.
I knew it.
Man, whenever I got up there, I saw a lot of opportunity there, and I made it a point to I'm going to be efficient at every part of this job. So yeah, general store.
So it won't be long. You'll be the mayor.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I didn't go up there full time.
Oh,
last year. I
okay,
had
yeah.
Tyree up there.
Yeah,
my
I
buddy Tyree.
got you.
But
Tyree.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
didn't he? Wasn't he with Lysol?
Yeah.
Remember that skit? You know that skit, don't you?
Yeah. He gets out a lot. He gets out a lot.
No, I slept with you too, Tyree. I stand corrected. Yeah, no,
Oh.
that's great. My boy Lysol here just got out the joint. I miss Charlie Murphy, man.
Yes, dude. Charlie Murphy.
Oh, man, he's the
RIP.
best. All right, let's see. So India currently has about 260 million users. That's the highest number of active Facebook users globally. So what's the best part of Facebook?
There's a best part of it.
Well, that's I'm asking you. What is the best part? Is
I
it
mean,
just to connect?
Yeah, I feel
I
like
think it's just
I feel like 30 years ago, you graduated high school, you might not ever see that person again.
Yeah.
You don't know what, and some people you might not care or might not want to, but I like that connect. I mean, there's people that I generally don't care about, but
Right.
I like to see what they're doing. I like to see, oh, they had some kids. or they-
Yeah, no, you like to
know.
go. No, I still look better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I look better. They look rough. Yeah, they
yeah.
had some hard
See,
miles.
that's why nobody does reunions anymore. You can just do them from the comfort of your own home and looking at Facebook
Man,
and going,
look,
yeah, they've
I'm
gotten old."
I'm sure someone's going to reach out to me soon, but it's at the point now where every reunion I go to, there's less people, they're less attractive,
Yeah.
and I just it's like, what's going on here, man? What happened? Where's everybody at? And it's-
Right.
I don't want to go in and go, oh yeah, they died. No, I don't need to know. Just don't tell me, man. Just
Right.
let me. No,
I don't ever have to worry about going to a reunion or anything.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you got the.
Did
GED.
you
I
were
got the
homeschooled.
GED, man.
You were
GED, baby.
homeschooled.
No,
No, I'm kidding.
Got the GED. Yeah.
Well, they might have a reunion.
For the,
Yeah.
for the, for the other
For the
two
GED
people that were in the
class.
class with me
Yeah.
with their $50.
You should
yeah.
call them every 5 years and go, hey,
How'd that GED working out for you, man?
It's 10 years, man. Yeah, no, that's great.
I will say to your point, admittedly, I do follow some people from school just to see how bad they're doing.
Yeah.
Just to see how bad.
Yeah,
and
no,
miserable
we
they
all
are.
have that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's no
Good,
doubt about
good.
it. I
Thank
mean,
you
that's how human beings operate. If
Yeah.
you want to believe
See,
otherwise.
I just did away with them all. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna move 1,000 miles away. We're never gonna see you again. Never gonna talk to you again.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
not friends with anybody from back home?
I mean, I have my one. He's my best friend. His name's Jason. We've been friends since like 8th grade. He
Right.
was my neighbor. And like, so I still talk to him. Normally, a few times a week, we'll play some video games on PlayStation
Oh, that's
together,
cool.
whatever.
You
He
know,
still lives up there,
isn't that
so.
the cool thing now? We were talking the other day that, when I went to school, I went to Bryant High, and if you went to Benton, I hated your guts.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
you went to Benton, right?
Yeah.
But how cool is it that, for so long, people would move off, you don't know where they went, you
Right.
couldn't get in touch with
Right.
them or whatever. Now, not only can you talk to them via Facebook or other social media, you can play games with them.
Yeah, man.
It's wild how you can maintain relationships long distance that historically couldn't have been done.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, for sure.
And it's really cool to be. I mean, the fact that you're saying, "Hey, this is a dude I grew up next to. We played as kids
Oh, yeah.
together.
Oh, yeah.
He's my best friend," and you're still, talking to him several times a week, playing video games. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's in Michigan.
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
Yep,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, used to like 30 years ago, that would have been like a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah. At best, a pen pal. Yeah.
And then you get too
Dear
busy,
Rich,
and then,
dearest Rich,
I
I hope this finds you well.
hope you've been doing well.
Written in cursive.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody can read that anymore. What are you talking about, man? Cursive. Jeez.
Typed.
Did you like writing in cursive when you were a kid, or was it a pain in the ass learning it?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked
Yeah.
it. I always, my teachers hated me because as soon as I learned cursive, I saw somebody sign their name really cool, and that was my life's mission was
Just have a
to
cool
have
signature.
sweet signature.
Did you do it?
Yeah, every time I wrote my name, and I still have that signature now.
Yeah.
But,
You still use it?
yeah,
Yeah,
still
that's
use
cool.
it,
I
still
still
use
have the same one from
But
a
my
while back.
teachers hated it. You have to stop writing your name like this.
Really?
Yeah, because it was like a football player, or like a celebrity signature.
Yeah,
It
it's
was-
real big, bold.
Yeah, but you couldn't read you could see the first letter.
Yeah.
Of the
Oh,
the
yeah,
name,
you
but
can't
the rest
tell.
Is just squiggles.
No, you don't know what mine is when you look at it.
And now I
Yeah.
kind of have a hybrid. My wife gets on to me all the time. Of I don't write any one way. Some
No, I'll
letters
write-
I write cursive.
Yes.
Some I write print.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. It just
And
depends.
For some reason, I don't know, but there's some letters I only write in uppercase. Like
That's funny.
R's. R's.
Yeah.
I don't write any R's.
You don't write lowercase
And I
R.
don't know why it's not like an on purpose.
I
thing.
don't
It's
even
just
like
something I noticed.
lowercase letters.
Yeah.
I don't want to write with them.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
I'm either writing all cap
Yeah.
or I'm writing some
Is that
hybrid
maybe,
cursive.
Is that
Yeah.
age related? Is that because we can't see good?
I don't know.
It's because he's so angry. He wants to
Yeah.
yell all the
Yeah.
time.
That's it.
Isn't that,
That's
cats
right.
are yelling?
Yeah. I will tell you this is slightly funny. When my oldest Noah was in elementary, there was one year, I don't remember which year it was, but randomly he decided he needed to add the number 1 to the end of his name. So all year long he was
The
Noah 1.
No.
And I'm like, why are you Noah 1? I mean, and he never really had a good answer for it. But because his teacher said, I'm not sure why he's adding the 1, and I said, I don't either, but
He was
I'm
practicing
number
for
one,
his-
baby.
but he's not hurting anything.
He's
So
practicing for that new character in Star Wars. Man.
yeah, or CDC
Noah 1
could be
Kenobi.
that.
I say
Noah
he-
1
he had,
Kenobi. Yeah.
He had an Instagram handle before he had Instagram.
Yeah, right.
He just had a handle.
Before it was even around. Yeah. No, he did. That's great. That's great. That's great. Did you ever not like your name at a certain point and decide to go by?
Oh, God.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Dude.
I mean, I go by Bundy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't like Dustyn?
Yeah. No, I didn't. Just didn't care for it. Yeah.
It's funny, because there was a time where my name's Patrick John. That's my middle name,
Okay,
John.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Patrick
Huh.
John. And my name was stolen, literally. I'll tell you in a second. But but there was a time where I said, well, I just want to go by John, instead. And then
Never Pat.
yeah, nah, Pat.
Never
Some
liked that.
some people do call me that. I'm
Yeah?
fine with it now. When the people who've known me like since 4th grade,
Yeah.
like Mike Woodall, I have a friend named Carl Benz, I have a couple other friends, they'll call me Pat, and I'm not, I used to be bothered, but I don't give a shit now.
Yeah.
But but yeah, my name was stolen because my mom was ruthless, I guess. My aunt had told her that because they were pregnant at the same time, and my mom was about 2 months ahead of her, and my aunt told my mom she was going to name her son Patrick John, and she named me Patrick John.
Actually, I like that.
Pissed my aunt off.
Right.
She named her son John Patrick.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. So
That's
that
awesome.
she literally ganked it, and I was like, "Why?
Right.
Why did you do that?" I don't know. I'm like, you just stole that. She told you the name. You just took it. You couldn't come up with another one.
Google didn't exist back then.
No, they
Google
didn't have
popular
AI,
baby names.
Chat GPT.
You had
Yeah.
baby name books.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Oh,
Just a
yeah.
list of names.
Yeah, just a list of names. I do.
It's funny you say that about Pat, though. I'll tell a Jersey story. I was still in high school, so I don't know what event I would have came to. Maybe the chili cook-off or something. I
Yeah.
don't know, but it was one of the first times being around you, and you're just nervous around these guys on the radio, trying to be cool, and I said something like, "Oh, what's up, Pat?" or something, and Jersey knelt down to me and said he doesn't like being called Pat. I said, "Oh,
Did he really? That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
No, it's so true. There was a time where, that would be right there on my nerve. If you said
Yeah.
Pat, I'd stop and go, no, it's Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me with Dick.
Because Pat's like,
I cannot.
Yeah.
Is your name Dick?
No, but Rich. That's the short. Richard.
Oh,
Everybody goes
Richard,
Dick.
that's
yeah,
right,
Richard.
I
Oh,
forgot.
hey, Dick. Fuck off.
I forgot. Yeah, that's one of those weird.
I don't know
things.
whoever went, you know what? I think I'm going to be called. My name's Richard. I think I want to go by Dick.
I
was like,
I'm Jack, but call me John.
yeah.
What the hell is that?
I'm Margaret, call me Peggy.
Yeah, right?
What?
It just doesn't
They
make
don't
sense.
even correlate.
Yeah.
I get Maggie or Mag.
William, Bill.
Yeah, Bill,
Yeah.
Billy. Yeah, but yeah, come on,
Yeah, I
man.
can't. No.
Believe it or not, I went to high school with a guy named Harrison Richard. So he was Harry Dick.
Harry Dick.
Harry Dick, baby.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Well, it
No,
didn't work
it's-
out well with my last name, though, because, Dick Rockwell.
Yeah,
Could have
hey,
put me in the
dude,
movies
that's
or
your
something.
wrestling name,
Right?
there.
That's a
Dick
pretty
Rockwell.
strong name.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest with you, bro. That's
Dude.
Rich. That's a
I
strong
would
name.
Only be going by that.
Yeah, if you didn't have the alliteration of Rich Rockwell, I'd say Dick Rockwell.
Dick Rockwell is
That
right
sounds
up there.
like a porn name.
It
I'm
does.
be honest with you. Right, it's right up there. Yeah, with
Alpha.
Dick Dozer or
Dick.
yeah, Dick Trickle. He was a race car driver. Yeah. I would never. No disrespect to your mom. I've never named my kid Richard just for that reason. You know.
That's the easiest of the names.
Yeah.
We've talked about my middle name before.
Yeah, Butkowski.
Yeah, right.
I think you said.
No, Madison Hawk.
Oh, that's right. It's
yeah.
Indian flavor, isn't it? Dog titty. That was Carrie. We're all in permanently 5th grade around here. What are you talking about, man? All right, let me do this. Right now we're still down on a board, so I can't play theme songs that you're going to hear, but
been missing
except for the very first one. But I do have a few This Shit Ain't Funnies that we need to catch up on that I think you might be interested in. So
What you got?
I do encourage you people not to laugh. If you do, you're real sick people. But a man had both his legs amputated after burning himself on a skillet during a camping trip.
Ooh.
I know, right? Max Armstrong, 40, camping with his friends. He was in Colorado in December of this past year. He burnt his thumb on a skillet while cooking pasta.
Okay.
He didn't think anything about it. Days went on, and his left leg started to swell up. His toenails started turning purple, and he was in pain. After 6 days, they drove him to the ER. His eyes rolling back in his head. Doctors
Jesus.
confirmed that strep A bacteria
Oh.
had gotten into the burn and developed into sepsis.
Wow.
Now, you probably don't know sepsis is blood poisoning.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that's where
very
your
bad.
blood becomes toxic to you. He was placed in an induced coma for 6 days. During that time, well, they did what they had to do. He woke up and both his feet were had to be amputated. Yeah.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that is, man. I mean, all from a burn on
I
your
was about to
thumb.
say, I nick my hand.
I mean, that's what I'm
100
saying. Do you
times
know how
a
many
day.
injuries I've had in my life? And I think about, man, how is it that easy?
Mm.
I mean, a
You
burn
never know,
on your
man.
thumb, bro.
That's
Come on,
terrifying.
man. Yeah, I mean, hope everything else was intact,
Definitely your
bro.
worst camping trip, man.
Yeah, that's a
It's
good
up there.
reason not to go camping right there. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, let's see. I've got a couple more here that I want to
Amanda
get to.
says better than Dick Callaghan.
Yeah, no, that's also a good one. I think you'll also be bemused by this. A Texas woman admitted to beating and stabbing her grandmother, who raised her. She stabbed her to death. She had a courtroom meltdown and claimed voices, and believing her grandma was practicing witchcraft drove her to murder. Grandma was a witch. I had to kill her. I got to kill her. She was 28, or is 28. She was hysterical. She murdered Doris Novella, 70. How can you murder Doris?
For real.
I mean, can you even feel
She's a
good about
sweetheart.
yourself? But prosecutors say that she should be found not guilty for reason of insanity.
Is that that's the woman that did it?
Yeah,
She's
there
not
she is
even cute
crying.
enough to be that crazy.
She choked, stabbed, and repeatedly struck her with a hammer. She was able to pull herself together. She said she used her hands, beat her with a hammer. I thought the energy was on me. I was thinking I had to get it off. I had to beat it out. She then stabbed her in the throat, finally killed her grandma. When asked if she was in her right mind during the
I was
murder,
gonna
she
say,
said,
was she tripping on something?
no. No, she wasn't. I mean, she's just tripping on crazy.
Just your average run of the mill crazy. Huh?
Yeah, I think grandma's a witch. She's got to die.
Okay.
You
Pour
know?
water on her. I thought that's how you.
Right.
Yeah,
Salt
that
or
is the way to
something,
do
you know,
it. To
right.
pour water on them. Yeah, that's exactly.
If that
right.
was the picture of the grandma, I don't know how she.
No,
stabbed her
that
in
wasn't
the
the
throat.
grandma. That was the one who did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that was the killer.
Wow.
The killer. Yeah. Okay. Let's do maybe one more here that we've got. Oh yeah, this one's not good either.
Sing it, Rich.
There you go.
The attorney of a Texas mom alleged a local water park prioritized kitchen work such as frying churros when her 3-year-old son drowned. The lawyer for Jessica Weaver claimed there's zero evidence that she's responsible for the death at Camp Cohen Water Park in El Paso. They claim the company that was hired by the city of El Paso to run the camp was prioritizing kitchen work over supervising the kids. The testimony claimed the park was too crowded, too loud, too chaotic. They were refilling sour cream, frying churros, and providing drinks rather than lifeguards. One of the lifeguards who testified said they were in the kitchen, claimed it was too loud to hear whistles being blown or radios going off. Wow, man, come on.
We gotta cook. We gotta get this meal.
We got to get these churros out, bro. People need the churros. Damn.
Oh man.
All right.
I mean, I get it. Shame on the park, but really, like, she's gonna sue. Like, where was she at? Why was she not watching her kid?
Well, I don't know if she was at the camp or not at the camp,
Oh,
to be
like
honest
dropped
with
him
you.
off.
I'm not
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
It was a
maybe she
drop-off.
dropped
Okay,
him off.
that's different.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Yeah, I
I was
don't
gonna
think
say,
she
like,
was.
If I take
So-
my kiddo to the water park, I know
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on him, like being sure he's not going to drown or
Yeah, no, I
anything,
know
you
there's a lifeguard at the water park, but I'm still with my kids.
Right,
Yeah, no,
I
I
mean,
get that.
Forgive me for having, common parenting.
No, I understand.
Have either one of y'all sent y'all's kids to like a summer camp or anything like that where they were gone for an extended
No.
amount of time? Yeah.
No.
I'm not a parent, but I just always thought like, man. That
No, I did. When I was a kid, I went to camp.
Did you?
Stuff
What
like that.
kind of camp did
I mean,
you
it
go
was,
to?
church camps. And
Okay,
whatever,
yeah, no, that's
but,
not uncommon,
it was-
especially here.
Yeah.
Right.
There was
you were in Michigan, but still.
Yeah, I think it was.
They
called-
probably love the Lord there.
Oh yeah.
I guess. I don't know what they love in Michigan, but
Weed.
The lake.
yeah.
Yeah, we like weed.
Yeah.
It's legal medically and recreationally.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
You
here.
know, I always think about that though. Like I said, I'm not a parent, but as a parent, I don't know if I could just trust a kid
No,
of
I probably would not.
strangers.
I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it in I wouldn't.
I mean, like maybe astronaut camp or some shit like that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
not some random.
Yeah.
No. All right.
Actually, you were talking about another place in Michigan a while ago, Frankenmuth. We were
Oh,
we were
yeah.
talking about that.
That's right. That's right.
That's a fun town, man.
Is it?
For real.
Why?
It's because it's a whole German-themed town.
Oh, okay. I
Like,
got you. So they
everything-
do Oktoberfest and all
yeah,
that.
and it's cool. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just it
Do
has
we have
the-
one of those
If you're
here?
a Christmas fan, they got a store up there that's
Doesn't-
like the biggest Christmas store in the world.
Doesn't every state have some town that is German? You know that they
Oh, right.
reenact.
Yeah,
do we
yeah.
have one here? Is there a
Uh,
place you can go where the Fraulines are
I was
there?
gonna say I know there's a place and there's a restaurant in Hot Springs.
That's
and they
not
normally
the same
do like
as the whole town,
Oktoberfest,
though.
but yeah, not a
Yeah.
whole town.
So this isn't a town, but it's a township, I guess. There's not like a school or a post office, but it's Little Italy on the Toadsuck Dam side of the river. in
Okay.
Conway.
And what are they about?
It's just all Italian.
Okay.
names, like street names.
Really?
And their buildings. And their
Everything
houses.
looks
Nice.
looks kind of
yeah.
Italian.
Mhm.
That's
That'd be
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
And I mean, if you blink, you'll miss it. You drive through this little place.
But that's
and-
still cool,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
I
it's cool.
dig
They've got
that.
a big church that kind of looks. I mean,
I'm-
it reminds you of that kind of setting, you know.
Amanda says she sent her kids to Camp Subiaco
Oh yeah, that's
years.
where the monastery is.
and then to Woodward in PA.
I don't know what Woodward is,
Oh,
but
she
I
said
know
that sounds
Subiaco is the monastery, I think,
Mhm.
right?
I
And
have no idea.
isn't Subiaco related to the monastery? Am I wrong?
Amanda.
Someone tell me.
Yeah.
A 78-year-old retiree shot and killed a teenager who tried to rob him outside his home in Buenos Aires. The viral video showed the moment the teen and his accomplice ride up to a van next to the elderly guy, and this guy looks, you know, you just say 78, he looks
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
like an old dude, you
Like
know,
Clint Eastwood.
like grandpa, yes. The teenager leaps out of the van before it can even come to a full stop next to the white car. The boy aimed what appears to be a handgun. As the teen goes to open the driver's door,
Bam.
the 78-year-old went Clint Eastwood, pulled out a .357 Magnum, and smoked him, air conditioned him right there. Yeah, the teenage suspect dropped to the ground. The van rushed away as the elderly man fires another shot at the boy on the ground. Yeah, I'm probably going to make sure you're not going to get me. Then he steps out and fires 2 more rounds at the van before turning back. He fired a total of 5 times at the assailants. The teen, the boy, he got the brain and the chest. Yeah. But I mean, you know, these stupid
FAFO,
people
man.
do. Yeah. I mean, you play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean,
Right.
you know, you don't know what's behind door number 1.
No,
yeah, you know there's an old dude there, but you don't know what's in that lap.
Right?
He could open it as Johnson was in his hand.
Yeah.
That
I
could have
mean,
been,
anything.
but in this
Anything.
case, it was a .357
Yeah.
Magnum, and that was the end of his life.
And if anything, if I'm a thug trying to rob people, I'm not going after the old men because those are the guys that
They will.
they got the 357 ready to go.
Look,
So,
they're already. Look, they know they're at a physical disadvantage.
Yeah.
They're scared,
they come prepared.
and they will. They'll smoke you.
Right.
They'll hit you with high speed lead poisoning
Mhm.
real fast. You know what I mean?
So I don't know if this is Camp Subiaco or the Woodward that you're talking about, but Amanda said it's a whole town with a monastery,
Yeah.
their own cows, bees, beer, and so much
I think
more.
that's Subiaco. Yeah, I
Huh.
think it is.
So
Yeah.
my brother graduated from there, so they sent Ben there until he aged out. Great experience.
Oh, that's
Wow,
cool. Well,
that's
that's good. That's good. Yeah.
I
That's-
always was threatened with camps or military schools.
Yeah,
growing
military
up.
school was a threat I had a
Yeah.
couple times. Yeah, but and
I mean, let's be real. Our parents, when we were kids, they just wanted to get rid of us, and
Yeah.
you were shoved outside and don't come home until the
no,
lights
that's
come on.
that's
you know?
that's often true. You know, we were meant to be seen, not heard.
Yeah.
And you know,
It's
just like
changed,
at
man.
dinner, you didn't speak unless you were spoken.
Yeah.
to.
Right.
You know, you sit there and eat, and if Dad says or Mom asks you a question, you can answer it. But
Right.
Yeah.
you know, we weren't the conversation starters.
And now that's
No.
considered abuse.
No.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, my dad was a dick. I mean, you
Right,
know,
right.
honestly.
Yeah.
But man, you know, these days I struggle now because I'm like,
100%.
man, you know, I know that was too much, but you know,
You
now,
gotta find that
You
line.
gotta
find
because
the
you
middle
can't
ground.
go to the other side. of
I
it
think
and
that's
just-
what happened, and that's why that we have some softer folks
Right.
out there because I think we all backlashed on that and went, I'm not going to be that guy.
Right.
You know, but not being that guy meant that I was maybe too much of a friend at times.
Right.
Instead of making
of
them
being
suffer and go through some adversity.
Mhm.
You know, but actually, on the other hand, did it argue pro me? I have great relationships with both my
Yeah,
sons.
yeah,
They're
Right.
both my friends.
Exactly.
We're very,
Absolutely.
we communicate, we spend time together. So, you know, that was not the case
Right.
with my dad when I, got out of high school.
Anybody
Right.
allergic to wasps?
No, I'm not.
Okay, good deal.
Looks like there's one there, though.
Yeah, that's
The
what I
wasps
saw
need to
You'll,
worry
flying
about
you'll
around.
mess around and find out, I promise you.
Smoke it like it's
I do want to mention that if you're looking for a real good deal on, I would call it a fairy tale home. Imagine, if you will, a beautiful white Victorian 2-story home with the round top doors, all that beautiful stuff
Yeah.
on an elevated corner lot. I've got that property for you. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath. Beautiful, beautiful home that was built about 100 years ago, honestly,
Wow.
and it was renovated fully. Everything in it's been done. It's absolute gorgeous, and it's under 300. Okay, and
Wow.
that's a stupid deal to get in Hillcrest in a
Oh,
3-2.
Yeah, Hillcrest.
Yeah, 1,600 plus square feet with private off-street parking, a double parking, a a storage building, and a deck.
Wow.
Nice.
And that's in Hillcrest. Come on,
I
man.
was about to say, I
Right,
didn't
man,
think
you can't-
anything in Hillcrest went for
Yeah.
under $500,000.
Yeah,
So I thought
under
that was
3 bills, and it's been fully renovated. I'm talking about the electrical's been done, the floors, the brand new kitchen, brand new cabinets, brand new
yeah.
bathroom. I mean, everything's been done top to bottom. It's just everything, and it's beautiful. And so if you're looking for a home like that, I got one. Now, I do have one a couple blocks away on Summit that's also about the same size, a little different style. It's a real, I would call it a vibe. It's a different kind of house,
Yeah.
but it's really cool, really different layout. Now that one's about 250.
Now,
Yeah,
if you're, I'm in that like I eventually, of course, want to buy a house. I'm still in the rebuilding my credit. And
Sure,
everything,
sure.
renting. I did see on Facebook though you had a couple rentals that you were looking to fill or something.
well, actually, I'm glad, and thanks for bringing that up because I should have mentioned that. They're not mine, but they are a friend of mine who's an investor and who bought the properties
Okay.
before they renovated them for me.
Okay.
And so there's a couple properties. One is right over by ULR. If you know where Berkshire is,
Yeah.
it's a real. If you've ever been up in that Broadmoor, that Berkshire area, it's real quiet, real nice little area, and it's right by Euler, right across from like Bowen Law School.
Okay.
And so there's one there, and then there's one in North Little Rock that's a nice little house, and I'm trying to remember. It's a 3-2. I think both of them are 3-2s, and both of them have been renovated. They're both super nice, and I think the rent is real low, to be honest.
Really?
I mean, it's real reasonable. Let me put it like
Right,
that.
right.
I shouldn't say low. I would say it's super reasonable. If you're interested in those, you can reach out to me. I don't know of any more.
Right.
I don't have any more. I don't really
Well,
do
that's what
rentals.
because I'd
Yeah.
seen it and I was like, oh, of course now he gets a rental now
Right.
that I moved and got
Yeah.
all settled into
No,
mine. Yeah.
I hesitate. I do it to help, but
Right.
as soon as you post it, typically I get 42 messages of,
Right.
what about in Bryant? What about in I don't.
Well, and especially if you've
Yeah.
got a decent price on a rental around here.
Yeah.
I don't know about here, but where I was living in Hot Springs, I mean the rent is stupidly insane.
Yeah,
I mean
and-
$1,500 for a 2-bedroom. That's a mortgage on a house.
Yeah,
all
no,
day.
neither of these are even in that ballpark of rent. So yeah, if you're interested, reach out. And one more I'll mention. Yesterday I told you, but if you didn't hear, I've got a real cool opportunity for somebody in Conway. A 3-bedroom, 2-bath, all brick home. Beautiful home. But the seller will tell you, look, he had kids and dogs. Okay,
Okay.
and so over many years of that, your flooring, and you need some paint.
Hey man.
Hey, that's got a groove to
Right.
it.
Second time.
So what we did is we got a quote from some renovation guys, and had them break that quote down for us, and to repaint the interior, to do new countertops, and to do new floors throughout the house. And so you're going to get, if you purchase this house, that's $15,000. They're going to do that reno for you, and you pick the colors and everything.
Right.
Plus, you're going to get what's called a Supreme Home Warranty, which covers like everything in the house for a year. And so you just have a little deductible if anything went wrong. It's like $100 deductible. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure if there is a deductible on this one. It may be none. But it's an amazing little property in a good area right over by UCA.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
so if you're interested in that, it's cool because you can pick out, your floor colors, you can pick out your wall colors, you can pick out your countertops, all of that stuff. And so you kind of get the best of both worlds, so, and it's under market value, by the way. I think that one's listed at maybe $235.
Yeah.
And I promise it's under market value. You can look at the comps around
I was
it.
about to say, especially that area.
Yeah. If you're that close to the college with a 3-2 and it's all brick with a nice front yard, nice backyard. Oh, that also includes in that renovation a brand new back deck.
Nice.
Yeah, so brand new back deck too. So I mean, you're kind of getting everything there. But if that's not what you're looking for, why don't you reach out to me? I'll help you find what you're looking for. You can go 501-575-5485, or you can message me online. A lot of people do. And you can check out, believe it or not, my references on Zillow. I'm top agent.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Hell yeah.
I appreciate that, man. I've been very blessed that the folks I've helped have all said very kind things about me. And, 'cause I know sometimes you think, oh, he's a clown, he's a comedian. And I am that. But I'm a business person. And what I do is business. And I like to negotiate, help a lot of first-time buyers. So if you're a first-time buyer, you've never bought a home, you want someone to help you through the process and make it a little bit less stress, I got you, man. I got you.
Yeah.
Bundy, what's going on with Bundy Electric today?
Man, I think I'm going to get over to the break room tomorrow and install some stuff for Miss Amanda.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think I asked her here in the comments because she said, I went over there to look at it, and she said the day after I came and looked, the AC went out. I'm supposed to be installing some fans.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, I need to get over there and get that taken care of. I think they had an event last week.
Yeah,
that
she
hopefully
had
we can get
an
on.
event. She was raising awareness and fundraising for an organization.
Yeah, if you haven't been by the break room, just me going over there to look at it, it's awesome.
It is
Out there,
awesome.
check it
Listen,
out.
if you have any excitement in your life about breaking shit, because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, all your life you're told not to break shit, right? But you can go over here and break anything.
Yeah, and when I didn't know, Amanda will sit there with you and kind of talk through stuff with, how you want the room set up, maybe kind of what you're going through, how she can set it up to cater to you. She'll make a music playlist for you.
Yeah.
If you want music playing while
Yeah.
you're in there tearing shit up.
Yeah, get that right rage soundtrack going.
Yeah.
I have to imagine it's very cathartic. It's got to be when you're done. I mean, you physically put all that out there. That's got to be relieving in a way.
for sure. And she said she's, have people get emotional in there and
I
break
bet.
down. And and I imagine. If you
Yeah.
just-
I mean, you can just let go and man, let that. Yeah.
No,
for sure.
we all need an outlet.
Mhm.
We all need an outlet.
Well, and I mean, we're all the time just holding back. Really.
Yeah,
You
no,
know
we
what I mean?
hold it
never
in.
Get to just tear shit up.
Sometimes we don't even think about the pain that we have. I mean, like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll stop and I'll go, man, I don't even think about that. My hand hurts,
Right.
from working all day and doing
Mhm.
stuff or whatever. And you got to channel that energy out.
Yeah.
Rich, March 1st, right?
Yeah, we got March 1st coming up. That's going to be Rude Awakening. So we're just working on putting everything together for that. A lot of the, you can look it up on Facebook now. Just type in Rude Awakening.
That's
the
going to be
event page is up.
BCW, Vapors Championship Wrestling's
You got it.
next event here at the Legion Scaffolding Broadcast Studio Center,
Exactly.
which has now become somehow somewhat of an event center
Yeah,
as well.
that's what we're calling
I-
it, the Vapors Arena,
yeah. I don't even know how this has occurred, but it has, and we're even more thankful than we were to Legion before.
Yeah,
they're
for sure.
they're like the greatest people in the damn world. I
Yep.
swear to God, man. All right. Well, anything you guys want
Man,
to
I'm
add?
glad to finally be back, man.
Glad to
It's
have
great,
you
great
back,
to
buddy.
see you, man.
Glad to
Great
have
to
you
hang
back.
out with y'all.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
looking forward to Thursday. And,
Hell
man, it's,
yeah.
it was a long couple of weeks there, man. I was watching y'all at home and just sitting there going, man, I want to get back there, but I've got so
man,
much
I
other
know,
stuff I
I
have to
know.
do.
Yeah, man. But you've been busy, and look, you got yourself resituated. Everything's going good.
Oh yeah.
I assume your kid's at the right school now. Then?
Yeah. They messaged me and said that he's there, and hey, they said actually, I guess so. I didn't know this, but there are apparently 9 different elementary schools within the area that my kiddo goes to school.
Okay. Oh my God.
And so they're like, this actually happens more oftentimes than you would think. So
No,
like,
I do get it. I mean, I remember when Bryant, they started with one elementary, and now I don't know how many they have. They're everywhere, everywhere you turn.
East and west.
Yeah, man, I think they've got 4 or 5, 6 elementary schools. Some of these towns are, they're pretty full.
Yeah.
we've got, I was just talking about Rude Awakening. I'll show you all this picture here because he's coming up from Louisiana. He's making his debut, but this guy, he's called the Urkel of professional wrestling.
Okay.
He's right there.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
Did I
Yeah.
do that?
All right.
He's like the geeky stripper guy.
Yeah, did I,
Yeah.
did I body slam you?
Yeah, that's great. That's a great.
But I'm looking forward to seeing him, man. He looks
Yeah,
like.
and I'm sure we'll have some of the folks come in that are going to be competing
I'm sure
for
we
that. We're going to interview along the way, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely,
great.
We'll do that.
Great. All right. Well, as always, I do want to thank you guys for being the greatest audience on the planet.
Of course.
Please keep sharing everything. By the way, I did an interview yesterday. Hope to air it tomorrow with Buckshot Princess. They are a goth country band
Yeah.
Ooh.
out of Conway,
Mhm.
and in December they had a song go viral, just go nuts, and now they've got an EP out, and
That's
they're
awesome.
doing hey, listen,
Hey, if
we're trying to
Beyonce
lift
can win a country album, why not have goth and country?
Hey,
man,
I love it. It's just like with John Bailey and the Heathen Revival, the metal country. I mean,
Yeah.
I love that, man.
Love it.
I'm loving all these
I'm
new
enjoying
infusions.
the fusions.
Absolutely. And then Chad has got us connected up, and here in the next, I don't know if it'll be this week, but I would say in the next week or so, we're going to have the Master P of Little Rock
Okay.
on the show. He is
all right.
basically, he's kind of over a large number of rappers
Okay.
and helping them to get out there and succeed.
gotcha.
Similar to what Master P did, or a lot of these,
Right.
the Godfather rappers that
Uh-huh.
bring people up. And so we're going to have him in here, and hopefully maybe some of the guys that are on his label,
Hell
and
yeah.
have some
That'd be
fun with
cool.
that. So listen, man,
always good things.
we are stacking up
We're
a
everywhere.
lot of good things. And again, I'll remind you, Valentine's Day, my gift to you is an interview with Giovanni and the Hired Guns.
Nice.
So that's going to be awesome. I'm looking
Hell yeah.
forward to that, man, and I know you will be too. But that's it for today. We will be back tomorrow.
See you guys.
Later, everybody.